Because I'm worth it.
Yeah.
Hello, I just noticed your name, Blabs.
Oh, I never changed it.
She's over there vibing.
As Pinecone.
Pinecone
Filling in for
Blabs.
Xray girl already.
But dude, I love that dog video every time. It's just like, let's book
Oh
it.
yeah, he's vibing. He matches up with the music too. That's why I put it. I was like, yeah, he knows what's up. But what's up, chat? Hi, hello, welcome to Saucy Saturdays. We have Blabs is technically an honored, what word am I looking for? Co-host today.
Yeah, I am
You're
extra
right.
girl.
She's
There you go. It's the perfect Xray girl.
I feel like you should play that clip from Family Guy where the Asian chick's like, how many signal lanes and everything? Good luck, everybody! And she just veers off in a whole explosion.
that needs to. Somebody needs to put Xray's face on that.
That is the thing. If you follow Xray girl's route
Any
through America on
memers
Google
in here,
Maps,
do it. You know what
just
to do.
fiery crashes all behind her. She's the
Yeah.
only one that survives.
I wonder how many
That
accidents
tornado was
X-Ray
actually
girl.
Xray girl.
She has band-aids on her car, you know, like big band-aids. So her car it's fine. It's
Stickers
just
and
little
things.
dinged up.
Mm.
Thank you, Psychotic Mongoose. Yeah, our road trip's coming up soon. X-Ray's already on her road trip. She's gone for a year. No, I'm just kidding. But like close to 2
What
months.
do you mean? I'm right here. Hi.
Oh
Yeah.
yeah. Our trip.
Indistinguishable.
Thank
It's
you,
like the
like-
Acolyte already. Like nobody, there's a mystery, but no one can solve it. Is it Xray girl?
Disparu is very quiet compared to us.
Really?
I can increase that.
Yeah, turn yourself up. You got 2 loud Italians here. You're gonna have to fight for volume.
Let me know how that is, chat. I'll increase it more.
That sounds good, nice and clear, and you got louder. What
For
color
some
do you
reason,
have? Is
it
that
went down to
puppers?
100.
So
Or a
this
giraffe.
is actually.
Oh,
No.
is that if it was a giraffe?
Did you
or a
say
dog?
giraffe?
At first, it looked like a giraffe the way you had it.
Just
'Cause I saw the
everyone
neck.
understands this is a Dalmatian, and Wicked's like, is that a giraffe? Anyway, this actually should, make Disparu happy because this is from England.
Disparu made that cut.
I think I'm
Yeah,
obliged to
with
like it. Now.
fine hands, but actually,
You
I,
don't have to.
I
It
really
survives
love-
great in the microwave when I put a tea bag in it.
I boiled it with a kettle.
Based.
That's how I do it too.
And
But
I
then-
really
but
love
then he yelled
thin
at me for that,
porcelain
'cause-
mugs. They make me
'cause I
happy.
don't-
What?
Yeah.
Xray girl put a video of her microwaving tea on the internet. I was like, I can't believe
comment
they
on
want
it.
to take
I
me
was
for
like-
it.
Disparu's
do that if
crying
I
in
don't
British
have
right
a
now.
No,
Yeah.
I was getting the Empire back. I was like, right, this is the time. We're at least taking Canada.
Have you heard of 1812?
So oh yeah,
we
magic.
cannot stand for this degeneracy.
So Disparu has really been hey, I only saw the neck, okay? It looked like it was like a safari background with a
yeah,
leave me alone.
Surely the neck is the biggest difference.
Well,
Dalmatian,
I didn't
guys.
see the top of the head. Hey, I didn't even take
You
a
know,
sip
white
yet
and
of my
black,
Truly.
totally giraffes. I feel like I need to buy like
Black and
Zoo
white.
Tycoon 2 for Wicked, and so she can, figure out what a giraffe looks like in the
You two
video
can set
game.
up Mozza in a cage.
Is that-
Yeah.
It's
Where he
like
belongs.
the Kylie Jenner video where her mom got her a pig. She's like, "Is it?"
I
Me?
remember
What?
the Apprentice. I think it was season 1 of The Apprentice over here, and they went to a farm to do this kind of thing. And she pointed at cows and went, "Oh look, sheep!" It's like, what?
Yikes!
You're
people make me
supposed to be
sad.
clever.
You
Sorry.
make me sad.
So poor Disparu has been in it deep, watching the Acolyte, all these shows. So now he's got a mustache because he's been just he's depressed.
Too lazy to
This
get
is
the
his
shaver,
final
which is
phase.
literally
Disparu.
5 feet that way.
Exactly. I thought I was a black and white giraffe. But anyways.
I'll show the other side of the mug to make you feel really better. Look, other dogs.
Oh, other giraffes. Those are tall.
Yeah, and then there's literally a German
baby
Shepherd
giraffes.
inside. It's hard to see, but there's a German Shepherd inside of it.
That's how you know when to stop filling the cup. He drowns.
Oh my goodness! And right away, Raider.
That's awful. Jesus.
You're the one doing it to him.
I'm sorry, little buddy. I'll drink my peppermint tea.
Every week he's like, oh no, oh, it's stressing off.
Hold on, Raider. Just
Don't do that.
in a second.
I'm sorry that you're this many years old and still have yet worked out how to swallow. I probably could have rephrased that better, actually. The racist bell.
9999.
So anyway, hey guys.
Thank you, Raider. Sorry,
Big gulps, huh?
Raider tries to give us a nice super chat, and he gets put on pause.
Woo.
Thank you.
I feel like that's gonna get clipped.
Probably.
Look, it made sense in the context.
It made sense in his head before he said it out loud.
Oh no, I didn't think of that because it's just, words appear out my mouth and then I think about them afterwards. This is why people on my videos are like, oh, you laugh at your own jokes. It's, I don't know what I'm about to say until I say it.
It's true.
It's
This was
kind
very
of like
real
a
for
man
that.
syndrome. They don't really think before they speak. They're just like, there it is. Oh, I said that.
So also
Kind of
anyone
surprised I can't believe
wondering
you said that word.
where Xray is, she's at the Dallas
mean?
meetup. So
Yeah.
she's right there.
Wait, yeah.
She's there.
You went, what do you mean? And widened your eyes. It's like, no, no, this is how you go see on Blab.
But she'll be back next week. But next week we will have our Xray back. But you know, now we got Xray Blabs.
I
Mashup
should probably
over there.
rename myself, huh? X-Blab.
Blabs. Sounds like a
I'm an X-Men.
Saucy Saturday X Blabs, like a collab.
I'm an X-Men now.
See, oh, there she is. See? Oh my goodness. And Psychotic Mongoose, thank you so much for gifting a membership. I was gonna play something nice for Raider, but he got the 999 because Disparu said something. But hold on.
Yeah.
Saucy.
I love how you're like holding on to something for dear life when you say that. Like, what are you holding on to?
It's the mic
There you
boom.
go, Blabs Ray girl.
Well, I think it was this mic boom.
Yeah, you're just like saucy. It's like you gotta hold on for dear life.
Well, no, it was because so I could get close to the microphone, like leaning out my chair.
Wait, you have two mics?
Yeah.
What do you use the other one for?
Well, this one came afterwards. I just happened to have two mic booms, and so I can switch between them.
He was
'Cause
also
I haven't
saucy.
set this one up
and we were
properly
like,
yet, so I'm not decided whether I've switched to it or not. So it's just
we
easier.
were like, what did we ask? We asked him to like say saucy, like very clear and like kind of quiet into the mic. So he was like, saucy. We were like,
Saucy.
yeah, so that's how it happened. He said,
Yeah, I didn't know you were farming for the rest of the entire stream that we're ever gonna do.
Well, you should know when me or actually go, can you say that again? And then we're quiet.
I can hardly go out. I always take the Asmund Gold idea, where he's just like, no, you want to stream to be entertaining. He's like, there's no point. Anything you do isn't really you. It's the performative you.
Exactly.
Except singing. I'm not singing.
Emilio's here. Emilio. I'm the only one here that's seen that. I'm gonna try and change that though. Like, I mean, Xray's not here, but she never saw Night at the Roxbury. I can't believe Blabs never saw it.
Is that a movie of what?
Yeah, it's really funny. You actually would really like it. You should watch it. Night at the Roxbury. It's a 90s comedy.
Is it on Netflix? Well, it doesn't matter. I lost my Netflix.
She lost it. She
You
don't know where
lost
it went.
It's on like a
lost
sofa
it.
somewhere.
No, it's because I
Someone
was
stole
borrowing.
it.
I was using someone else's for like the last 7-8 years, and then they changed the whole.
So you're
password
why they
thing.
changed the rules. Like, we can't let her keep getting away with this.
Well, we
Shout
can't
out
have
to
nice
whoever does
things.
that because I don't pay for my Netflix.
But
I pay
like because
for Paramount Plus, I think.
because this account was from somebody from another country. At first, it was
Oh.
fine
Another
for
mother.
years and years and years on end, and now all of a sudden, can't even watch it. At first, it was you couldn't watch it on your TV. So then I swapped to just using it on my phone, and that worked for like 5 months. And then like about a month or two ago, it was like, you cannot use this. And I was like, no. Yeah.
Everyone else is following suit as well. Because they realized, oh, actually, subscribers don't unsubscribe when it happens. So they have nothing to lose.
Mm-hmm. So I have Paramount Plus, but it's
Yeah,
awful
same.
because I have like the very basic level. And
So
there's
do
just
I. I don't wanna
ads every
pay.
2 seconds. I hate it. So I don't even bother. I used to watch Sabrina on it just to chill.
Uh,
I loved Sabrina. You know, the OG one, not the one from Netflix, obviously. But yeah, it was just so many ads. I'm like, this isn't worth it. And it felt like it was cutting things out too. So I was like, forget it.
Yeah.
Forget
I have
about
Paramount
it.
Plus too. It's mostly like for my mom though.
Yeah, for Walmart.
And oh yeah, because there's all these things that give subscriptions. I actually am paying for Peacock now because I got the free like 6 months with my Halloween Horror Nights ticket, and I kept it because I'm like, Peacock has like all the comedies on it, so it's like $6 a month. You spend $6 on something way worse. You know?
Well, I mean, when the Harry Potter show comes out, I'll have to get Warner Brothers the Max one. That's like gonna be the first time I'm ever paying for something. I've never had a streaming service.
My favorites, like the two that I use the most, are Amazon and HBO.
Oh yeah, I currently have Prime, don't I? I do. I got it for free the other day, but I've just
there you go.
I never bother because I always cancel it after I get the free thing. I'm like, I don't need this anymore, and I cancel it. But I've never used it, except for shipping.
I know, but you get.
I'm a bit of a shopaholic, so.
No, everything zoom in on everything in the background.
That's why I'm a collector. It's like every other day there's a video. Look what I've got of Harry Potter.
Dude, I could probably make a video like every single day and still keep going, but
like I don't. Every time I say like I don't watch Harry Potter, I'm like, and calm down. Blab still loves me because people think that you're going to be mad. Like, how dare you not like what I like?
That's amazing. People always think I'm like obsessed or angry when people are like, oh, I've never watched it. I'm like, okay, well, I find it a bit odd that you haven't seen it, but I also don't really care.
Yeah, but every time I do see something Harry Potter, I'm like, Blabs.
I just think Blabs doesn't care because she lives in a horror movie. Like every time you post a picture of your room, it's just a horror film. Those lights on the ceiling and everything. I'd get jump scared going round to the bathroom. It'd be horrific.
Dude, I love it. And I got like an old-fashioned mirror on my wall, like the mirror of Erised from the movies right there. So like it reflects everything.
I think you showed a picture of your window outside once, and it's like all the flickering lights and stuff. It looks like a horror movie from outside.
That was the mirror.
Oh, that's even scarier.
Oh, was it?
Disparu's terrified right now. He's terrified.
It looks like horror lighting as it is. It's like, no one's coming in that house if they don't.
Right now, everything's super green because it's been raining nonstop. I literally look like I live in like the Shire right now. It's just woods and woods and woods and woods. And then I have all these pretty candles, which by the way, one of them is corrupted and turns on me in the middle of the night at like
I told you, it's horror film.
It's
like this is literally the description of a movie.
It does it like 5 times in the last, I don't know, 3 weeks.
If it stops like flashing SOS at you, it's possessed.
Well, it flickers, right? Because that's the mode I leave it
Is it
on,
Morse code?
flickering.
That's what you need to work out.
Well, I always.
What if it says the call is coming from inside the house in Morse code?
Cool.
It's like, okay.
Yeah, all right, man, whatever.
I've been living with a ghost. It's fine.
Go on an adventure.
We're going on an adventure.
Yeah, I'm fine.
Okay. Andrew Matthews, thank you for the 5 pounds. Doc, who cannot walk forward. Star Wars cannot go up, and Star Trek cannot stop crying.
Star Trek.
So neither can Doctor Who. He's cried every single episode he's ever been in, except the one that he wasn't in. So he was in like 5 seconds. He didn't have time to cry.
So
every other episode, he's in tears and they zoom in on him. He did his last episode. Well, not this week. The one before. It was his first ever scene at the end. Barely in this episode. He was in at the end. It was the first scene he ever filmed. Cried. Like he just came in crying.
Is there like genuinely anything somewhat decent of the new season?
No. Oh, the atmosphere at the start of the one he wasn't in, I liked up until about 20 minutes, and then it got repetitive, and then it finished awfully with no explanation. So it was like the mystery box was good, the atmosphere of it was good, but not the finished
because
product.
they brought Murray Gold back for the music, didn't they? So like, how is that, or is it just still shit and he phoned it in too?
I don't really pay attention to the music of something because I consider it to be background. There has been a few times where I'm like, the music is doing a lot of work here to make you try and feel something. Yeah, it's more when it turns out to be like contrary to what's happening on the screen. So it's like, I know you're trying to make me feel something, but what's happening, it doesn't work, and you're trying to carry it. But like I say, the atmosphere of that one was good with the horror stuff. So the music in that must have been good because that is a lot of part of horror atmosphere.
Well, real quick, I saw Greg the Goblin in here earlier. Ever since I gave him a wrench, he hides now. He's like scared. But he just donated for our road trip. Thank you for the 50, Greg.
His name's Greg the Goblin?
Yeah.
That's a great name.
Yeah.
That's why I was really confused. Like, did you just call someone a goblin? But that's his actual
No. He likes it.
Hi, Goblin!
Thanks, Greg. But no, ever since I gave him a wrench, because he's always here, and sometimes you need all the wrenches you can get.
Oh, there he
sometimes.
is. Greg's the
Greg?
goblin.
Get out here, Greg, and take a bow. Thank you so much, Greg. Blabs likes your name, so it is a good name, though. Just giggling. I feel like at this point, I'm just gonna say it. You should just grow the mustache out completely and then start twisting it at the end, because that'll make everyone that thinks that you're like whatever, the haters are gonna be like, yeah, look it, he's a villain. You could be like, yeah, I'll tie you to a train track. Yeah, just twist it and laugh at them during your
I did a video today about all the people that are like, you're all racist fans. I'm like, you can't insult me. Like, you like, if I ever had the opportunity to tell you what I think of you, and then I just put in the clip of you would make a good Dalek, and it's like, it's kind of, I actually don't know what worse you could say about a person, actually, when I was thinking about it, when I saw the clip. It's like, is there anything in the universe worse than a Dalek?
Yeah,
it's
pretty
literally
ugly,
something that wants to
too.
wipe out everything from the face of the Earth, like the universe.
And they're also really super ugly.
Really, the Disparu is a perfect example of
Yeah,
someone who can
they're also
handle
like
the internet,
melted.
because you can't
blobs
say
of
anything
atom.
that'll hold on a second.
yeah,
excuse me,
there is a
Raider.
thing online where it's like, I can't say what I think about you is more insulting than saying it.
Meant to do that a while ago. Don't yell at me, Raider. And speaking of Raider, drops 10 gifted subs. Thank
Yes,
you.
queen.
Yes. Love Xray's always in the background,
Yeah,
hyping him
she's
up
the
so
hype
hard.
woman
She's the
every
funniest.
time.
And holy moly, we're gonna let Disparu read this one because it's for Disparu. But Mark, don't read it yet because I gotta play something. Holy moly, $100 super chat. Thank you.
Please.
Oh,
my
yes.
I want
Because I'm worth it.
See, she's always
Yeah,
in the
I
back.
did it.
But here you go. This is for Disparu. Thank you, Mark.
Mark of Reality for $100. Thank you, dude. I really enjoyed Disparu's review of The Acolyte. Always appreciated. I pray that watching it did not have a negative effect on your mental or emotional health. No, I was talking about this earlier with Blabs. It's funny because it's at that level where it's not Valma level of ass, where it's just hateful, but it's not good and it's not average. And so you can kind of make it whatever you... Some people are reading in deep, meaningful things to it, and I just take the piss. So it's kind of... It's at that Gotham Knights level. It's where... And also, I'm not attached to Star Wars anyway, so it's not that big a deal. It's not like Wheel of Time. Also, I received an extra $8,000 I didn't expect this week for a legal referral. So doing good... That's like, I picked up the sofa to hoover underneath it and found $8,000.
Yeah, that's awesome.
Yeah. That is impressive.
I've never
that you could just,
found $8,000
I've got another $8,000 here.
I think I found a 50 once.
Can I get my favorite clip? Did you know his favorite clip? Because I'm not sure which one that refers
I know
to.
it's I gotta upload it because I have it on like I know Disparu doesn't know how the layouts work for StreamYards, but I have it for
I can
Wicked
barely
World.
share a window.
I'll pull it up on YouTube. Give me a second, Mark. It's a clip from Hook, and I have it on Wicked's World. I'm gonna upload it on Saucy Saturdays for you, Mark.
Is it the Bangarang?
No, it's the other one. It's the here. I'll play it. You'll know.
When you said it's from Hook, the first thing I thought of was, you have the boy's magic. No, this magic belongs to no boy. It was the Disney remake version.
Ah.
Yeah. Oh, that was a hilarious movie. I could see why that never went into the cinemas. That deserved it.
Wait, that's the Indian Peter Pan you're talking about, right? And
Yeah.
All right,
And
here
Where
we go.
they changed all the characters, so they changed Tinkerbell so she didn't fall out with the woman. They got rid of the ethnically problematic characters and made whatever her face
is like the
hero.
hottest Disney character. Like, come on, they're gonna change her. All right, here you go, Mark.
I love how Disparu just disappears.
I am a lawyer.
Kill the lawyer!
I'm not that kind of lawyer.
He
I'm
loves
not
that
the
clip.
lawyer.
There you go, Mark. Thank you so much for the 100. Holy moly!
Mhm.
I love how this room was stuck on the 8,000 though. He's like, how do you just have that chilling? Like,
Bro, I wish. You know what
I
I
know.
saw? I saw somebody who had like a massive boat and they decked it out to like a
Oh.
politician. And I was like, I want to be that wealthy one day where I could just have a boat like that and name it after a person that
We'll start a show. Pimp my boat. We'll make it a whole series. And
I
we'll...
wondered where that was going. When
Yeah.
Blabs is like, I need more money, and you're like, we'll start a show. Pimp. I'm like, hang on. This is
minute,
going
where
down a
did you
dark
go?
road.
Hold on.
Disparu might not
It's
remember
like,
this.
Blabs,
I
have you ever
know
considered
Blabs
you
has
could make a
remember it.
fortune?
Have you ever considered OnlyFans?
Yeah. Of all the people, I didn't think Wicked would be the one to suggest it. That's why I was more
Show
surprised.
on MTV with Exhibit, and it's like Pimp My Ride, and he would like
Listen.
people would. I know Blabs has to remember that MTV.
No, I don't know. I've
You don't
never.
remember?
I never had MTV as a kid.
We need a channel now called Pimp My Blabs.
That's not even what she was saying.
I mean, this is
Disparu's
really
like,
complicated.
that's what I want.
Wicked, will you be my pimp?
Yeah,
Thank you.
I'll give you gummies.
I
and,
think
and
she'd
make
be
sure
a
you're
re- I
well
actually-
taken care of. Snacks. and
Everyone
all
She'd
thinks
be
that.
like a really hardcore pimp. She's like,
Exactly.
only $2.
Everyone thinks that Wicked would be like the innocent one. No, she would, like, she'd be their whips
I'd have
change. You're not
the baby
escaping.
powder and just be
Yeah.
like,
Will she do it? Of course she will. Blabs, get in here. No, you don't have a choice.
She
I said,
she
"Come
will
here."
make me start an OnlyFans just to sell feet photos.
Yeah. If you're lucky, they'll still be attached.
I'll be walking around on stubs.
That way you won't escape.
She's like, I had a friend once and the rope broke and he got away.
Christopher's right. Listen, I'm in the same boat. No pun intended. As Blabs though, because people will say stuff and I'll be like, "What is that?" And they're like, "Oh,
Oh, yeah,
Blabs
all
is
of this
making her
started
too
with a
pure for
boat.
the internet." Like with things that I don't know. From now when I don't know something, I just stay quiet instead of going, "What's that?" I learned my
I like
lesson.
how so far in this stream we've had Blabs. I live in the middle of a forest. Then I want a boat. So all we've learned.
Oh, I love boats.
Everywhere Blabs wants
Great.
to live is just away from all of humanity. It's
Yeah.
either in the ocean or in a forest miles away from everybody.
It's
Yeah,
great.
exactly. You better get in line, Disparu.
Mm.
I mean, we do kind of objectify him quite a bit with the
Yeah,
clip.
I'm
feel like-
disgusted.
I feel like Pimp My Boat is already a website. You know?
Probably.
Be careful.
It's probably a
If
TV
you've
show.
learned anything from your time on side scrollers,
Yeah, I'm not.
Yeah,
I'm
stop
not gonna look it
googling
up.
things.
I don't Google stuff anymore. I just question and be like,
So I don't want to know. It's not
yeah,
worth
I'm
it.
good.
It's not worth the cost of therapy.
Exactly. I've discovered the other day what like a Cleveland steamer was.
Oh yeah, yeah.
Ugh.
I don't
Hi.
even know why I know that, but I do.
I don't know
Yeah.
what it is, and I'm not gonna
I
look
was
it up.
I
mean,
was
we just
like,
kinda
it's
find this out in, like,
obviously
high
a piece
school.
of machinery. It's a steamer.
I didn't.
Oh, you thought it was a train going through Cleveland? Yeah.
No,
that
I
makes
thought
sense.
it was like little Stanley steamer things.
Oh, the rug cleaner?
Yeah.
That's what it
Definitely
is.
not
I mean,
rug
you
Blab.
could do it on a rug, I
Keep that
guess.
in your head. I always almost mess up when I say your name. Diz the Jizz bot went for $1.99 for $4.99.
I mean, when
want
you
a
get it
horror
correct,
feel?
it's...
It's still funny when you get it correct. Yeah. You want a horror feel? Sleep well. Apartment radiator is running, hissing, and metal clanging in the middle of the night. I had an apartment like that once, and it is pretty scary. I was like, "What's a radiator?"
I got one right there.
She's like, "I know things."
Blabs just has to have like a fire pit. The electricity hasn't been connected yet.
Yeah,
Dude,
It's too
They
far
always
out
have
into the
electricity in
wild,
Guam.
where
off
I
grid.
live, there wasn't real internet until 2019. But like I didn't grow up in this area, right? I'm new to this area. So it's not like I was deprived of internet. Like I was only here for like a year or so with like phone.
I waited
data.
till they got internet and then I moved.
Sorry. I was
They're just
laughing
like
at
the
you.
city
It's
folk are
true.
ruining the area, and she's like, "Yep."
Time to go.
We've got a few new memberships. Then we'll finally go on to a topic because we have some topics sometimes. Zer, thank you for the gifted membership. Johnny the Butcher, thank you for the 5 gifted memberships. And Helio, did I say that right? Helio?
Helio.
Helilio. Yeah, I'm gonna believe Disparu because I don't know how to read. Well, anyway. Thank you
I
guys
mean,
so
if you
much
were
for
waiting for some kind of
becoming
rebuttal, like, well, I wasn't going to do it. It was like,
He's like,
oh,
I
fair enough.
agree.
Yes.
members. Here, thank you guys.
Aw.
Aw. There, we
I got
didn't
it right.
objectify Disparu. What? Oh, you got it right?
Yeah, as Disparu said.
Okay.
Mm.
Thank you, Disparu. Now everyone's saying it weird.
Helilio.
Yeah, it's-
You guys are gonna
it's
mess me
pro-
up. Sorry.
What was the Metal Gear Solid one? La La Leo or something like that.
La Leo.
La La Li Lilo or something.
Are you trying to sing like a nursery rhyme?
No, in the Metal Gear Solid thing, there's I think it's an AI or a group of people that didn't want to be known, and so they programmed bots that were inside everybody that whenever you said their name, it would come out like La La Li Lilo.
Anyway.
Anyway,
So it's
what's
part
up,
of the law.
guys?
Like it just happens. You walk around, everyone calls them that thing, and you're like, hang on. They don't seem to realize though in the story that it doesn't matter if like you can go around and call Walmart Daves, but if everybody starts calling Walmart Daves, you still know what it means, and so it doesn't change anything. It's a bit weird. I'm not sure what they thought they were achieving.
Disparu sent me a gay article, but it's funny. You know, it's June, so we got to be with it. You know, keep up
Flamboyant.
with the trend. I just noticed this from
you're
Brian.
You're ruining this. You're ruining the punchline.
What? It says it right here.
There was a whole thing that was going to lead into this, and now chat's
Well,
thinking, hang on, what was that? This must have been a weird story, but there was. This was going to be the punchline at the end.
Well, go ahead. You know what? We'll let Disparu read the article. He's mad at me.
Well, yeah, like now I'm going to have to. Hang on.
I zoomed
Now
in
he's
too
gonna
much.
have to go and I don't know, have another glass of milk from the floor.
It was like, can I share even
The
share?
floor
I'm
is not
sure
even
I can
desk
share
milk
this
anymore. It's
window.
floor milk now.
I have milk in the hall. It's not even in the
Whole
fridge.
milk.
It could be
Get
in
it,
the fridge,
whole
but it's
milk?
just
The
sitting
plot
in the hall.
thickens. The plot thickens. There's desk milk
The
and whole
milk has
milk.
moved.
All right,
It
so
is-
what-
Meme.
I didn't read this yet. Disparu put it in the Saucy group chat, the Saucy Saturdays group chat, and he's like, "We got to talk about this." So I ruined it by saying gay. I'm sorry. Are you gonna read it? He's
Put a chicken in and make it lame and gay.
I'm trying to work out if I've got the right screen. Hang on.
exactly.
I'm-
What do you mean you have the
I'm-
right screen?
I'm sharing it because there was an entire thing. This was all set up, and then Wicked's like, "No, we're gonna skip to the end."
Oh,
So
you
now,
want to do? I'm
I'm gonna have
sorry.
to
I should
desperate-
have asked.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to desperately try and, if you share what I'm sharing, like recover this disaster.
I'm sorry. I
Because we've
ruined
literally
everything.
started at the punchline of the joke, and we're gonna have to work backwards. So it's gonna have to be built. Whoa!
Ah!
I'm leaving. Bye.
I don't even know what that was. That's not what I was sharing.
Yes, it is because I picked up your thing. Hold on, chat. Please hold. I promise that we are professionals.
There was like 30 of us on screen.
Yeah, that was
Whoa.
bizarre.
Welcome.
Like
to
I've
the
clicked
Matrix,
the
everybody.
window.
Clearly, we're all
Like
professionals.
it says in
here.
my thing, I'm sharing an entirely different window.
We are definitely professionals. 100%.
Luckily,
know what we're doing.
even private chat wasn't showing because I've got comments up, so it was fine.
We know what StreamYards is and everything.
He doesn't really know how StreamYards works. He's only
No, I do know how Shimon works. I'm just there. You go. I'm not even sure why it selected the other thing. I made sure I clicked the right window. Anyway, yeah. So this is meant to be the punchline that gay Twitter is going feral for Charlie Bennett's steamily shirtless scene in The Acolyte, because obviously in the show he's like this. He's steaming his clothes because, as you know, Jedi can't have two sets of clothes. You can't wear a set of clothes while you clean another one. He's not made of money. And so he's literally in the middle of the ship steaming his clothes, and
He has
people
one
walk in
shirt.
on him, and there's a whole scene of him going, yeah, so we're going on the mission. What are we doing? And then this little Padawan, he's a knight, tells him to put some clothes on because, unlike everybody else, they're not as degenerate as him. And this is fine, right? They're like, oh, they're going feral because they likes it. And like, yeah, maybe we can balance it out. Maybe we can have some of the women also do this. You know, they just go topless cleaning their clothes. It's all fine. We balance it out. You might actually get some entertainment in the show if you do that. But there is one person, one Collider article that wants you to know that actually the Acolyte shirtless scene tells us everything we need to know about Yord. And it's not just that he has nipples. No, this guy, he is more than just a topless guy. And she doesn't just like him for what he's like with no clothes. Actually, this isn't a topless scene that only people go feral over. No,
Can't stand
they're
his
after the
hair.
base thing. They're objectifying him, but not her.
He's got a mop
Kendall
on his
Myers,
He
she's after here
does.
for the she just likes his chest for the story elements.
And
That's what it
sticks
is.
to one side only. Like, doesn't it ever move with the wind or whatever? Don't you have a bad hair day?
That's why male directors like boobs, like Sydney Sweeney, for the story.
Yeah, they always point in the same direction. They don't move.
Are you talking about
They
her
don't nip
nipples?
around the back when they're excited or something, so they're easy to frame. The
Alright, I
Acolyte's
like
premiere introduces a new Jedi character due to the series' distance, but his shirtless scene reveals the character's eagerness to prove him as a Jedi.
Huh?
This isn't just because she's thirsty. No, she didn't just go and get popcorn, not put any salt on, because there was no point. The drool would have washed it off anyway. This act of steaming his robes in the mission highlights his determination and pride, which is a coincidence, in his Jedi status as well as his physical appearance.
Hang on, quick question. Sorry, I didn't interrupt, but is this character gay?
We don't know.
But does the younger little Padawan, the one who played in X-Men or whatever,
no.
Mike,
is she into him?
No, well, nothing's happened between them. There's nothing to suggest so far. She's basically around to nag all the guys and to correct them and to like at one point there's a scene in it. Yes, this is why it doesn't make any sense. He's a knight and he actually comes up with a plan, which is a great plan. There's a criminal. We think he's created poison that killed somebody. Let's surround the entire place, arrest him, and then interrogate him when he's under like arrest. And she goes, yeah, we could do all that, or we could just ask him. And she's just there to basically humiliate this guy at all times.
Awesome. I love it. See, they basically made this little Padawan bitch like even worse than Ahsoka. Like Ahsoka was like a little bit of a snippy brat, but then she chilled out. But like this one just seems to be like a little shit 24/7.
Yo, she mouths off to everybody. She came in to her Jedi master, not just knight, and started asking him, oh, you're nostalgic, but nostalgia is a path to the dark side. And she's like questioning everybody and having to go, all the men. She is basically the scriptwriter's version of, I just want to tell all these men they're horrible, basically.
I hate her. She's got a little horn.
Disparu, as a man, do you feel like he's being objectified and they're being very sexist?
Well.
Are you okay?
The author of this article definitely thinks that he's being objectified. But, well, not just objectified. Because she says, although his lack of shirt seems initially pointless, and I'm sure she's watched this scene many times in order to actually come up with these.
Something probably battery operated.
In fact, it's more than it's more like philosophy. Why she was watching this kind of stuff. It's deep thinking here. What he was doing in the robes, he's actually preparing for his new task. Seemingly ordinary action reveals his priorities, giving the audience a clear view of the character. It certainly did. You saw, well. Look, they loved it. They went feral. A clear view of all of his character. You could see there. He's carrying a yellow lightsaber. Leslie Headland has said she chose the colors based off whatever looked better on the screen. So that's pointless.
I want because it looks pretty.
Well, that's literally that's why she said. She said whatever looks better aesthetically.
Colors were based on like No, like originally the lightsaber.
Answer no.
No, it is. Leslie Headland has said this.
No, like George Lucas's point of the lightsaber.
Oh, but he's a man. Yeah, he probably planned it out.
Like, we're actually based on like if they're aggressive or on the defense side of like swordsman skills and all that.
I have a clip of she was interviewing. I think she interviews for like maybe Collider, but I know this one was for Rotten Tomatoes. She's talking to all of them, and she's really enthusiastic. I've spent hours working. Like, what? Can you tell me why these people have these different colored lightsabers? She went, oh, aesthetically, yeah, whatever looked best on the screen. She went, but I've spent hours theorizing at home why all these people have different colored lightsabers. Like, you've blown my world. Like, and she felt she sounded betrayed. And you went, no. It's probably just like a vibe. And she's like, yeah, I've tried to excuse that before. It really crushed her. And in this, it's like Yeto is apparent confidence. He's eager to please the Jedi who are above him. Is that why he didn't have any top on? I need to know. But because he's new, holds the principles of the Order, shown as his introduction, continuing revealing details about his character. Subtly did that with a shirtless scene. And the whole thing, why is he shirtless?
Oh, is that what you're talking about? His shoulders, how his lines?
Yeah, look, that I don't understand what that is. My shoulders don't look like that.
Now, does in real life he have a bunch of tattoos and they did a really poor job of covering it up?
I don't know. It looks
maybe.
It looks like leather.
It looks,
looks like
weird.
stretched
Is he
leather.
like? Is he like trying so hard to flex that he's ripping his
Well,
stuff up there?
This is why I said he looks kind of wiry. It's like
what
he's
if
cut-
somebody else's body and they put his head on it? Like it's kind of a bad.
No,
angle,
I
know.
believe it's his body because he says he was nervous about it. I think he might have just cut a bit too much, and so like he's lost a bit too much kind of fat around the muscle,
Yeah.
and so you end up that way. Discussing the scene with Slider, claimed he dreaded the scene. Yeah, Charlie Bennett claimed he dreaded the scene, questioning the necessity of it. But trusting Leslie Headland, he went through with it. This is the same thing that happened in Thor. The guy didn't want to do it. He didn't want to do the nude scene, and yet he was made to by the guy. And that guy bragged about it. There was an interview where he said, no, I made him do it.
Yeah, the tattoo thing. Sorry, I'm just reading the chat as you talk. So yeah, maybe that is what it is. Like, 'cause maybe it's like a really dark.
No, but the
tattoo
rest of him,
or
like the
something.
neck and everything, it seems very
Oh,
wiry
yeah.
altogether.
Well,
like
chat
stringy.
says maybe he was dehydrated to show more muscle. And
Oh, yeah,
maybe
didn't
it
they
just-
do that?
I think he probably
Uh,
knew this was happening, and so he cut a lot. And it may
Yeah.
just be a bit too much.
Maybe.
Yeah.
Nothing happened.
We're
Continue.
dissecting his shoulders now.
But
I
yeah,
know, this
they're trying to
20
say
minutes
it's not.
talking about a shoulder.
I'm trying to say it's not about him being this shirt. It's not about him being shirtless. No, this is deeper. It's about preparing, being the best Jedi he can be. There's a subtext to the scene that does not objectify Yord. Well, look, Twitter disagrees. They're feral about this guy.
Twitter's going fair.
They're absolutely feral, but
Have
he's
you
not being
seen these
objectified.
tweets? Like, are they really, really like thirsty?
I don't know, but it comes from. I'm willing to believe them.
I believe it. I don't need
I
to see
believe it. Disparu is
It-
not, even though you guys think Disparu is a lesbian, he's not a part of gay Twitter. Okay, he doesn't know what goes on over
I
there.
don't talk about that kind of. My entire thing is like nobody needs to know. Who cares? Like
I know,
it's
I
not
like
important.
last week,
It's
I
in
think
the
it was last
privacy of your
week.
own home.
When you're like, if someone walked up to me and was like, "I'm straight," and he's like, "Okay, good for you." Like,
Yeah,
it's the
like
same thing.
who goes around telling people about that kind of thing?
Mhm.
I don't,
Yeah.
Look, let's be honest. If someone walked up to you and went, "I'm straight," you'd be like, "No, you're not." Like that's the instant.
you
Like there's
trying
no
to
way you would tell me
prove?
if you were. It's
Like,
weird.
Are you coming out
trying-
of the closet?
Yeah, it's a bit like if you go into a shop and go, "I'm not gonna nick anything." Everyone's just like, "Yeah, you are." Like
I'm not gonna
immediately.
steal anything.
I
Stuff falls
think
out
the
of-
lady doth protest too much. But yeah, it shows his determination. His personally remove wrinkles from his robe. Yord still wants to dress to impress. Most Jedi wouldn't
he
bother
does.
this. He's revealing more. He's revealing in more than one sense of the word, but it is significant because it shows his priorities, telling us more about him than the same scene would if it was set up differently. And all of it is just designed to her go, "I'm not a thirsty cow," is basically what she's saying. And I just like the difference between a female author going, "This is so deep. This is meaningful. I'm not objectifying him. That way you can't say women should do it as well. This is so deep," as she drools like onto her shoes. And the blokes are just like, "No, we love it. Give us more." They don't care.
Yeah, I know.
They
I can't
missed the
stand his
boobs.
hair. They missed the boobs. Blabs. Blabs is like everyone.
I
he's
mean, at
kinda
most
like,
they're an A-cup.
she's like like your inner monologue, except she's a little more toned down. You know, like they just want
Canadian.
boobs.
Mhm.
the
Well,
Guamadian.
it's true. Listen, they want to stare at the abs, but they also want to stare at the boobs. So, in order for the boobs to come back, they have to
I know, like-
objectify the men again.
Yeah. Yeah, exactly.
That's
And
got to be the
guys, I
most
know
weird logic I've ever heard.
But it
Blab has
works.
basically gone, in order to get the boobs back, we need to please the
Bobs.
gays. I'm like, what?
No, you just gotta objectify the men. That way, the women are like thirsty again.
No, because you get articles like this, which are literally, "Oh my god, but I'm so much
name's
deeper."
Kendall.
There's the same thing.
Forget
You know,
about
or like the erotic fiction, the same thing happens with all of that. No, this article, right? This article is the equivalent of, I buy top shelf magazines to read it for the articles. That's what this is. She's written an essay about it so that nobody thought she was thirsty. So you're not going to get it anyway because we're like, "No, ours an objectifying. We're actually deeper than that. We have different moral philosophies." I'm like, oh, just say you're feral. Just admit it, love. Everybody
feral.
knows.
Just say
We all
you're
know you were
feral.
feral. Like
Move on.
she's probably like this is digital media, and she's still probably worn out those bits on the internet. That's a copy it to another file. She wore it out.
Yeah.
Anyway, yeah,
I've seen
his
a
hair
couple-
just really bothers me.
I can't stand that. It's like the
Well, it's the Killmonger
Uh,
haircut.
yeah, I can't
Everyone's
stand
got it.
Except, I mean, Michael B. Jordan is better looking than him, though. So it's like, you can forgive it. I don't think this guy's good looking. I think Michael B. Jordan's he's a handsome fella, though.
Yeah,
Well, it's weird.
I mean, it's better than what we've seen. Listen,
Yeah.
I'd rather
He's
this
not
guy
ugly, he's
than
just
like the
basic.
freaking Kylo Ren
Yeah,
up
but-
to his nipples. Pants.
That's because I mean Kylo
Napoleon
Ren has a weird
Dynamite.
face. Like the reason I don't like him as a cat is because I just
Adam
didn't
Driver
like his,
is not pretty. Sorry.
I just didn't like his face. I don't know what it is. It's just one of them things I can't know. But this guy, I think the issue you'd have with it is even if you thought he was attractive, the way he's treated in the show is to be emasculated and humiliated, and everyone nags him all the time. He's saying stuff, and everyone puts him down all the time. He's treated like an idiot. He's not respected, and so I don't think you'd like the character anyway. But they're just like, we don't care. He's amazing.
Yeah, and I've seen a few people in the chat say that you guys missed Xray. We miss her too. She'll be back.
Look, Blabs will
Next
squint more
week.
if you want.
Yeah, she's been there. Xray, thank you for coming back. But no, she's on a big trip. You know, let me get some of these super chats. Well, Blabs is away.
She's funny.
Vimaran.
What is she going to come back with now? It's like
I know.
she's got a gong.
Who knows? A good question. Vimaran said
Gone
Blabs
to cook
drink tea.
rice.
What about Wicked and Disparu? Anything good? I grabbed a Truly because I'm trying to. I have like a whole case of these. I'm trying to get rid of them. Because I knew Disparu was probably has whiskey. Is my guess. Yeah, and Blabs might have gotten up to get something else, but you know, whatever she wants to drink. Thank you for the 5. And Lord Bolto, thank you for the $9.99. Today for Summer Game Fest, watching Gronk Squad, we realized their live stream chat had no mods. We may have spammed Happy Birthday Mazza and Free Mazza so much people who didn't know Mazza were posting it too. Oh no. That's actually wonderful. Why would they not have mods?
The interesting thing about Summer
man.
Games Fest is I saw on Twitter, and I never like fact checked it or anything, but I think the guy's talking about it is a journalist, so I'd imagine that he has. But he said that those advertisements, they give some free slots to like indie companies and stuff, but the paid ones are $250,000 a minute to be on the show.
Wow.
Which is wild.
I'm gonna
That
say
explains
Blabs is
why a
X,
lot
so
of the
I can say-
adverts
I'll
are like,
save that one for her.
and then they're just gone again.
Yeah, did you see the Gronks got spammed because they didn't have any mods, so everyone was saying Happy Birthday Mazza and Free Mazza, and then so people who didn't know him were saying it too.
I
and-
genuinely wished him happy birthday once. He went,
Dude,
it's not even my birthday.
everybody
I'm like, what?
was. Everybody.
No, today on their live there was no mods in the chat, so people were spamming Happy Birthday.
Yeah. Now I just ignore
Poor
it. So it
Matt.
will be his birthday for genuine one day. I'll never know.
For
Because
the next
September
10
9th is
years.
his birthday.
I'm not going to
Blue-eyed
remember that.
Scorpio, he's not. He doesn't even remember his own birthday.
No.
I don't think. Just for $1.99.
I don't care
Thank
about
you.
my own birthday.
Oh,
That's the-
sorry. This is for Blabs. I'll make sure I give her the $2. For Blabs, make sure you give a cut to Wicked Pimp.
I'll give you back
I'll give you-
$2.
I'll give you $1. I'm not. I'm
like
not a
standing over you with a
monster.
hammer.
Justin Martin's for 5. Blab wants a motorboat. No, she wants a yacht.
Right. Oh, we can't even say that anymore because then it's going to be and Disparu's logic means
This
you're
was
gay.
like, no, you're not.
I mean,
'cause
like
you
either
said
way, it could go either way.
You
You could
just
be like,
did.
you want a motorboat could just be on you. You know, it could.
Andrew,
But
thank you for-
it's- I'm just saying that it was your rebuttal didn't make any sense.
Anyway,
happy
there's a bunch of
Ghostbusters
there's
Day.
boats on for sale on pimpboats.com, okay?
Look them up. Happy Ghostbusters Day, Wicked, Blabs, and Disparu. Disparu is loving the new Doctor Who right now.
Yeah, I've seen one clip of
Thank
the
you,
new
Andrew.
episode. I already don't like it. It is a period piece, so at least it suits him.
This is for you, Disparu. Thank you for the 50, Ian. Because you,
Ian, so forth for £50. That's proper money. This better be funny, Disparu. I'm assuming that was before the article. No,
Yes.
it would have been funny if the punchline was the one I meant.
ruined it.
I'm like, look at
I'm
this
just-
thirsty woman.
I'm
But
horrible.
and she's come up with this big long explanation about why I'm actually not thirsty. This is actually really deep and philosophical. And I was just going to be the blokes are like, feral. They don't
There you
care.
go.
They're just
He
honest.
thought it was funny. It wasn't funny. Or he thought it wasn't funny.
It was
but he's
because
mad.
it was backwards because a woman did it. It's not my
You know
fault.
what?
You're not.
Jesus.
You know that's better than to expect them to be funny.
I'm hilarious. Thank you. Thank you for gifting a membership. And Dave Chandler. Sorry, I have the full name. David. Thank you, Dave Chandler, for the 50. Good evening, Wicked and Disparu. Welcome, Blabs. It's been a good week. I'm on a weight loss quest and it's going well. Well, that's awesome. It's a shame Star Wars is being buried by Disney, but I'm here for some Saturday sauciness to pick me up. Well, here you go.
Saucy.
Blab says it just like it, but like females. Perfect. Saucy.
Saucy.
I say it like with a New York accent. I can't help it.
Like
Yeah,
I
you're
just
like,
I
"I'm
just
walking
copied
here."
him. I just copied this.
Saucy. Yeah, saucy.
Saucy.
All right, let's
I'm
do.
walking it.
Let me
Saucy.
X this. I'm walking it. I like how he does. I'm walking it.
I'm walking it.
I feel like if Disparu ever went to New York City, he'd probably just slam the taxi hood and be like, "No!"
Like,
I
wait,
don't-
I'm
And then
doing
just
that
keep
here.
going.
I'd have to go in with
No.
a gas mask. Like, all I've heard about New York is it's too expensive and it stinks of piss.
It's pretty bad now. I wouldn't recommend.
It's gotten bad, yes.
And then I see, what is it,
Sauce
Ryan
in
Long?
here.
He just walks around talking to people and they're all nutters. It's like,
Oh yeah.
it's basically London, but more expensive from what I can work out.
You know, yeah, it's pretty accurate. All right, well, what are we going to talk about now? Let's do, what the heck was this bear article that you sent? Aw.
Yeah, why is it always in the news about bears and women and bears?
Well, no, we've already hit the point of FAFO, is why I sent that article.
Fuck around,
do you
find out.
Yeah, do you remember a few weeks back, a couple of months back, I can't remember,
Oh, that's
there was a
too sad.
question going around the internet. Women, would you like to go into a bear and meet a bear? Would you like to go into a forest and meet a bear? I mean,
you wanna go
someone
into
might
a
want to go into a bear. Look, I was going to say I won't judge you. I will judge you, but it's 2024. People do weird things now. But yeah, would you like to go into a forest and meet a bear or a man?
Oh yeah, like who would you rather be alone with in the woods or whatever?
Well, yeah, if you're walking through a forest, who would you like to meet? Well, we've got the answer to that question, and it's that article.
Yeah, I'll pull it up. I wasn't sure if we should
It
pull it up.
wasn't
I had it.
necessarily for this. It was more bragging.
Well, yeah. Well, since you said that, now we're not going to read the article, but we'll just pull. I feel bad 'cause I'm looking at it. I'm like,
No,
oh,
that's basically what it is. A woman met a bear, and it is the first fatal incident in Californian history to have ever have happened.
Yeah, it's like Barry. There, you don't need. To see
She
the
met
article.
one in the forest, and coincidentally, unsurprisingly, the bear did bear things,
the
and it
bear
didn't
won.
end well. Yeah. Now, if she'd met a bloke who was just like hiking through a forest,
Yeah,
Probably
honestly,
would've
that
survived-
doesn't sound
like,
like
had
a
a
good
higher
time-
chance.
a good way to go. That sounds very painful and terrifying and lonely.
Yeah.
No thanks.
Since that happened, it raised a load of old stories of incidents which have happened in history, and however bad you think it is, it's far more horrific. And it's one of those things that you it's better that you don't know,
Some people
because the
Anyway,
stories are really awful.
Let's
with
go.
like
Let's
animals.
move
I
on.
find it kind of
No,
like,
it's
weird.
really one of those. You're like, I don't want to Google it. No, you really don't want to find
I don't
it.
want to. Let's move on.
Let's keep it going. No, that reminds me of a time I was camping with friends, and there was this. I think it was like it wasn't a beaver, something like that. That was coming up. We were all by the fire. It was nighttime. The thing was coming really close and not like running away. And this girl, she was dating one of my friends, and she's like, "Oh, it's coming over." I'm like, I don't know. People probably feed that thing, but it might have rabies or something. So I'm not. I got up and like walked away. She's like, "Why are you scared?" And I'm like, "What do you think that you're Snow White or something?" I think she got mad. 'Cause I'm like,
Hey, Dr.
really,
Doolittle.
like it's gonna scratch you, and I'm like, it was
Wild
weird
animals
though.
are wild
They're not-
animals.
Yeah,
Don't
they're not
Yes.
supposed to
treat them
come
like a
up to you
pet.
like that. Like if it was like a squirrel or something creeping up, it was like, and I was sitting there, it was like behind me, and I just like noticed, and I was like, this. It was like a gopher, I think, and I was like, this thing is like creeping up on us, and she like, I think she got mad. She tried to kind of come at me like, oh, you're scared of it, and I'm like, you're not Snow White, honey. Calm down. Like that thing will
It's
bite
a
you.
wildlife. Treat it like
Yeah.
that. Be cautious.
Exactly. And then someone had to go like, well, if it bites you, they got to cut its head off to see if it has rabies. And she's like, oh no. And I'm like, people are weird.
I mean,
People are
you
stupid.
could just do that to her, though.
I'll just
See
cut
if
off
she
her
has
head and see
rabies.
if there
She's
Yeah.
clearly got
Save
rabies.
the
let me
animal.
just like off with your head. It'll be fine.
Yeah.
Well, it's not
Yeah.
the animal's fault, so.
Exactly.
But you still need to find out if it's got rabies.
Right. So kill the
Yeah.
human.
Yeah, I know that. I think it was a gopher. I said I don't know what it was because it was dark as heck out. The only light was from our fire, and I seen like it just coming up, and I was like, ready to pick up a stick.
You just
like,
saw the floor move, and that was enough.
Yeah, I
You're
was
like,
like,
no.
He was about to like
I'm
start
out.
hitting the sticks together, pretending it's like some mountain lion to scare it away.
The moment
like
the
in
shadow
Parent Trap.
moved, I knew I was in trouble.
Mm-hmm.
Damn, nature,
I've seen
you
that before.
scary. Yeah.
Yeah.
I
Family
was
Guy.
walking. I was walking along,
Right?
and I genuinely thought, that floor is moving. And it was like, that's a weird thing to think. Oh no, it was a little hedgehog coming towards me.
You
But
should
all
tell
I could
your-
see in the night was this shadow wobbling from side to side.
You should tell one of your squirrel stories. Squirrels really are Disparu's
Yeah,
people.
one bit me because it was so hungry. Like, literally jumped up me.
What are
I-
you,
I-
like snowman or something?
Snowman?
I like squirrels, and squirrels are
man.
predictable. And like, I've had squirrels like climb up me. They've been on my shoulder and everything. But this one
He's
really
a
like came
squirrel.
at me the moment it saw me. It's like, oh my god, you probably got food. So I think it was probably really hungry. And as I was getting out,
Smelled like desk milk.
well,
Yeah.
I also have a bag of like.
Smells like whole.
I think it's like a bag of walnuts that I have and stuff.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
And
Wait,
it's
wait,
literally-
you carry walnuts around with you?
He's
if
a
I want to feed
squirrel.
squirrels,
Aw. Isn't that sweet?
I
He
don't
feeds
eat
squirrels.
walnuts, but they eat walnuts.
So you buy the
You know why?
walnuts to
You know
feed the
what?
squirrels,
You know why I chose
and
walnuts?
your username on the internet is Disparu and your icon is a squirrel. This is
That's what I'm
really,
saying.
really.
This is
That's
the
We're
lore.
like Jen Psaki circling
The,
back.
the
here.
lore
It's a
is being
squirrel.
explained.
But no, the reason why I chose walnuts is because there's a YouTube video of a guy who built, and I don't know whether you used to have them, but like back in the 90s and stuff, people would build like TV shows would build obstacle courses for the squirrels with food at the end, and you would see them solve the puzzles to get to the end. And I always liked them. And this guy built one in his back garden, and he's now built multiple versions of them. But the first thing he did was test which kind of nuts they preferred, and they always preferred walnuts, which is why I take them. Anyway, I was getting one out of the bag, and as I did it, he must have gone for it and went through my finger at the same time. And at some point, he realized, hang on, that's not a nut. And then grabbed it and kind of ate it on my shoulder, and then came back for more and then ran off. But yeah,
There's so many things that Disparu said today that could be.
He's trying to unpack this right now. There's a lot.
well, it was because there was multiple different routes. This is why if ever I'm going through a story and I'm talking, and at some point I like stop, it's because I've like hit a tree of different paths, and I'm not sure which to explain in what order or if at all.
Damn, Raider. He never says anything, but he just came out swinging at Disparu. Pounds is
It's
how you
proper
measure
money.
floors. It's not proper money, just like milk should
it
be
is
cold,
proper.
not warm.
It is proper money rated. You know why? Because £63 and 71 pence is more than $63.71. That
Thank
makes
you
it
for the
proper
60.
money.
That's how he says thank you, Raider, for the 63 cents.
Yeah, no, I probably should have said thank you. Actually, yeah.
He's like, no,
I mean,
you
I
wanna
did do that.
argue?
That is
That's
thank
his
you
favorite
to
thing to
me.
do.
Just like the
And I'll
milk
get
should be
other super
cold, not
chats,
warm.
guys. That one just caught me off guard because usually Raider doesn't say anything. He's just like, no, Disparu, I'm gonna
Do
come
you
at
have
you.
like walnut emotes on your channel or something, Disparu?
You should.
I would have walnut emotes on my.
He
I would
hardly even
talk about
goes
milk,
live.
and like that came out of left field.
I'm just curious.
She's like,
just
I need to know
casual.
more about these walnuts.
I do have a clip from Halo where Quan asks Master Chief, "What do you like?" Nuts. I like that clip, but that's the only. No.
Why did you have to get closer to the mic when you said that? My
'Cause-
ears
Because
just
no,
felt
that's how he
violated.
does
likes
it.
nuts.
No, literally, the guy goes nuts. I like it. It's because he carries on. He goes like nuts, bolts, machinery, and I just cut off at nuts.
Can
Yeah,
you
it's
clip
really
him
useful in
and we
2024
just was
Hollywood.
really close into the mic going nuts?
Oh, it's probably already been clipped. Come on. He said it
Well,
3 times.
look,
Somebody
it-
already got it.
It's the proximity of effect of a microphone that when you get close to the microphone, it changes how you talk. This is just what happens.
Whole milk.
Well, you definitely sound different than when you did further away.
Oh, no.
I'm not. It makes it more bassy, but no offense.
Yeah, wait,
but you
I
don't
don't
have too
the
much bass in
same
your voice
tone
anyway.
as Disparu,
Yeah.
so mine
It's
is-
like if I just keep talking and I get closer to the microphone, you will realize a difference, even if I'm not changing my voice.
walnuts.
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 It's like, there's a
What is
difference.
this? What is this stream turning into?
This
So
is
everyone's gonna be-
ASMR walnuts.
Yeah,
She says that so loud.
raw milk.
Fuck.
It's like,
Wait, what did you just say? Walnuts or raw milk?
Raw milk.
I read Tango Bang's thing of just raw milk.
Radio announcer effect. Yeah, exactly.
Hi.
Well, this is one of the reasons why your microphone should be closer to your mouth as possible.
Yeah, I need to
Just
get
Because
myself a boom.
it does sound better if you get closer to the microphone.
I'll
Yeah.
get my lipstick on it. That's okay. That's like that,
Actually, that's what your microphone is for. Like this is a condenser mic, but the dynamic mics you're meant to be close to them. It's like
okay.
basically eating them.
Does it sound better, chat? can't help but like make my
Well,
announcement.
it always sounds like if
sound
if
better.
I move my microphone over there, it sounds worse than if it. You got a bit flaccid there for a second.
Are you okay?
Yeah.
He's on a roll tonight. He's got a mustache. He's got his whiskey. He's in rare form. Sorry,
a
that
little bit
extra.
flaccid, we fixed it. It's okay.
It's all right. I'll just
Gotta play with it a little bit. And
just make that a little bit harder.
Streamers in the wild. Oh my god. Anyways.
Got to tighten this up a second.
I know how it works, Ian. You guys, me and Blabs are loud. Okay, we don't need to go closer to the mic. You can hear us just fine.
No, it's not a volume thing. It's a tone thing.
Okay.
Like proximity effects is like
I can't say like
everyone knows that.
without feeling like I caught the Mazda virus.
Well, yeah, it's like and
You guys should bring Moz on sometime. Just,
I know we should.
Just this experiment to see what would happen.
He would
I think
do
the
what he
apocalypse
can
would
to
happen.
to make Disparu proud.
I feel like it would be really interesting watching
Yeah,
him read
no,
one of those.
if Marcel wanted to come make me proud, he'd be like, "I've got shoes on and a suit." I'd be like, "What?" He's like, "Yeah, I'm turning my life around." It's like, actually, I'm doing this.
I'm turning my life around. I'm Spanish now.
Well, no, not
Dude,
Spanish.
no.
So you would
Imagine
say
Moz
Thank
reading
you,
one of the
Clemson.
pigeon articles.
that'll
that'd
take
be
the
like
whole
his home
stream.
thing. He'd probably understand. He's found his people.
He'd be like, "Oh, I can read this. No problem."
Yeah.
He's
Perfect.
This is one of those
Finally,
things. It's like,
finally.
I'm like, it's not a proper language. We found the one person it's made for.
Clemson PC. Thank you for the 10. Blabs
That was
greater
actually
than
something
Mazda.
Ryan fell into,
True.
like perfectly. Like he just went straight into the accent and nailed all of like the thing immediately.
That's because Ryan's secretly autistic. So
Well, or African, like one of them.
both? Who knows? Maybe he's 2% black. Good for
So
him.
and Disparu knows this. I don't know who said this earlier.
Only
in the
Americans
chat,
think like that. Maybe
but
he's two.
somebody
like,
in the
I'm
chat
2%.
said that Disparu was
Like
part of
whole
Black
milk?
Twitter, and he knows that because he's seen Ryan on
I probably
there.
am 2%
maybe.
milk.
They're both what?
I probably am. The amount of milk
Guys,
I
this was
drink.
2% milk.
Yeah, probably. Everyone else, like, Wicked's like, I'm 2% Italian. That means I know how to make pasta. I'm like, I'm 2% milk. What does that mean? I've got 6 nipples. Cows! Keep up! Oh.
Disparu just told us a secret. There's
It's like
829
all the way
people
down.
in
You
here.
know that
Actually, more than
episode
six.
of Friends
It's like a
when
machine
Chandler's
gun
like,
nest.
I have a nubbin.
Yeah.
What do you
it's like
call
it's like a
6 of
machine
them?
gun nest all the way down.
He's got 6 no.
In fact, it doesn't just go, it's like all
There
over
you
the
go.
place. Randomly allocated.
You spoil faster. That's why Disparu stays inside.
Yeah.
Because if he goes
I
outside
went
in the
off
heat,
20
he
years
will go
ago.
bad.
See, part of Disparu is like
I very easily
water
rot.
is actually milk in his body.
Mhm.
Ian, it's the mustache. It's making him talk about nipples.
I'm
Maybe
not
he
even
just
sure how that
misses
would work.
nipples.
I don't know either, but you're
Look,
the one with the mustache talking about nipples.
everybody's
today.
got them.
Unless you're a zipper.
That's a good one. No. Anyways, Mark of Reality for 5. Thank you, Mark. I thought the Pomeranian, Padawan, and Osha were gay for each other, even though Jedi aren't supposed to have partners.
Pomeranian Padawan. She's so small. That's funny.
There is a scene where one of them's trying to fix the one that says she looks like David Bowie. That's her description, not mine. He's trying to fix the engine, and then you've got Osha, which is the main character that looks like the mop.
Yeah.
She's talking to her,
A mop.
and
yeah.
she goes, "You must be a pilot." She goes, "No, I'm not a pilot. I've got a better personality, and I'm more flexible." So she definitely comes on to her.
Didn't they say that she was gonna be a lesbian or some shit?
Well, this has been my entire point, and I've said it in the videos. And if I do this, probably half my entire thing's gonna fall off. So hang on.
Don't knock everything
You
over.
need more milk.
I'm knocking everything over.
His screen just goes black. He unplugs
Yeah.
everything.
Well, my point is,
What kind of name is it? OSHA,
does flexibility really happen, right? Because you've got like 2 USB-C connectors just banging together, which, to be honest, I'm not sure what that's going to do in the first place. It doesn't really work.
We're in
But if
sex
you're
ed with this brew.
If you're more flexible, right, and you do like this, and you like wrap yourself around the other person or something, like, is that more entertaining? Like,
Are there
is
any
that
lesbians
better
in the chat
than
that
just
can
doing
answer
it
this?
normally? I don't. It doesn't. Where does flexibility come in?
Kids, we need your help.
You can hear them clinging too.
Yeah. Look, I'm just asking questions.
Welcome in to anyone who just joined.
Oh gosh.
So I put this in my video, and I don't know. It's like people know
That's
these
probably gonna
questions.
get clipped.
I'm just curious.
I'm sorry. There's so many clips of you because you're so clippable. See?
Yeah. But on a side note, OSHA, I keep thinking of like the health and safety stuff.
Well,
Yeah, that's
I'm
what
like,
I was
what kind of like when they thought of this, didn't they think of, oh shit, we're gonna think of health and safety. Everyone's gonna think of that. Like it's terrible marketing.
You got a new necklace?
What you doing there? Now say saucy.
I'm really flexible, you see.
Ian.
This is like I just want to know if that's more entertaining.
Whisper's
Like,
got
is that
new
more?
bling bling? Did somebody pick up the phone?
Yeah, no. Hey, to be honest, this would probably be good
Bling,
enough to get into like a
bling. You got
Hollywood
your
part.
bling, bling.
I think this could be like a Hollywood red carpet event right here.
Do we all
We-
have to
we-
put
we've got
cables
everything
around ourselves? Is that a thing?
I have headphones.
We've got everything Hollywood desires.
Listen, I can unplug my phone. It's the only cable I'm not using.
She's ready. I don't have a cable.
Ian's
but
like,
care.
there's no way he's written this off.
We're pretty today. We're setting up for the stream.
Yeah, I
I'm
thought
gonna be like, what's going
I-
on? You're the 50.
I thought it was good that I had a necktie. I mean, a necklace.
No, you can't even see it because I'm all in black. Ugh. Maybe she's made.
You heard it here first, folks.
All right. We're ready.
We're ready for the red carpet.
I like how everyone had random USB-C cables next to them.
This is my head. This isn't
Well,
my
actually,
headphone.
this is, you know.
Sorry, I don't have one.
Oh, you're using a tiny one. No, I went for length. I
It's
was
not about the
like
size,
size
it's how
matters.
you use it, Disparu.
Yeah, it does. No, well, I kind of agree to
Well,
the
this
point
one's a
where
really small
it's not
one.
the
It's like
size of
my
the boat;
controller.
it's the size of the ocean.
It was Disparu. He handed out milk, and now we're all silly.
It was his haul.
I can go and get my milk.
It was the whole milk, which is even more like
No,
sketchy.
it's
than
not
the
going to be whole
decimal.
milk anymore. This is important.
Mm.
All right, I'll get a couple more super chats, and then we'll jump on to another stuff.
I don't know how we can go from here, to be honest, bro. We got
I know.
using
What do we do?
USB-Cs on us and stuff.
We're fancy. Dexy Deans for £4.99. That's proper money. There, Disparu's not here, so I'll say it. Proper money. He's gonna be like, he can probably hear us. Every time I see Yord or OSHA/May, I develop a craving for knickknacks or twiglets. I don't get it because I gave up on Star Wars after Obi-Wan, so I don't get any of these references.
I haven't seen a Star Wars
Thank
show
you.
in a long time. What was the last one I watched? I think it was season 1 of The Bad Batch because I still had Disney Plus then. Like I had
Ah.
canceled it already, but it was already paid for the whole year.
Yes. We've gone off
Yeah,
the
when
rails.
Xray Girl is gone, we play with cables.
Well, this is the like every weekday. Blabs is part of like a professional stream. You've got Craig there going, no, we've got all these things. We've got a list of things we need to go to. Blabs, I want my next topic from you. Thank you very much. Blabs comes out with like a list of everything. Only person that's ever sent me like an A4 page of things.
Yeah,
that
that's
the stream's
all me,
going
by
to do.
the way.
Yeah,
I know it
and
is.
it's just like
We
a really
know.
professional stream. She
We
comes
know
here and is
exact-
like, we've got USB-C cables and desk milk.
Dude, this is how this would be realistically how I would run things.
Nobody knows what the stream's going to be until Blab Wicked presses go live. That's it.
Exactly. Yeah, without Xray, because she's like, you know, Disparu's a co-host, but he's just here like for the.
I
you
just
know,
waffle on and fill the gaps.
and
That's a promise.
Labs looks real special right now.
I look like an alien.
what?
I look like that little Padawan, the Pomeranian parrot. Like,
That's good enough to get in Star Wars nowadays, Blabs. I think you've got a bright career ahead of you.
Blabs is real smart. You want to know that me and Blabs both did, which is really funny.
Still not even
we
warm.
know we know each other's birthday, but like when it comes on the day, like we forget. And it was like in the middle of the day on my birthday. She's like, "Dude, it's your birthday! Happy birthday!"
the
And
thing
then
was, I'd already texted you on your birthday,
Yeah.
and then you did the exact same thing to me. And like, meanwhile,
I even
her
liked her
birthday's in my
picture.
phone.
She
I'm
posted
in
a
hers.
picture saying something about like she didn't say birthday in it, but it was like a birthday post. And I'm like, I liked it. I was like, oh, that's a cute picture. And then I'm like, wait a minute. It's
And I'm like, I text him like, "What you doing later?" You're like, "Oh, blah, blah, blah." And then like 5 minutes later, like, "It's your birthday."
we real
Yeah.
smart.
Yeah.
Let's get a couple more of these super chats and we'll jump in. If there's anything that you want to talk about too, Blabs, I forgot to tell you that. You can go ahead and pop it in like the private chat or share screens or something you
Bro,
want to talk about.
it's Saturday.
You're
night.
just happy to be here.
Yeah,
Yeah.
she's just like, Harry,
Um,
I'm taking a day off Harry Potter for a week.
Dave Chandler for 5 decades of screaming about women being objectified on screen, and the first thing these harpies do when they get power is shirtless beefcake scenes.
Yes, but then they have to deny
like
it and
your
go,
profile
no,
picture,
no.
Dave.
Trust me, I can come up with a fourth dimensional meta test to work out the philosophy of actually why I'm not objectifying him. No, I was drooling on the floor. I did ruin my shoes, but I wasn't objectifying him. And that's why I had the second
it was
article. I
important
just like
to
the
the
bloke's
plot.
response. The
I
blokes were
realized
just
I'm the
like,
only one that's
we're
wearing this.
wild.
Sad.
We're literally rabidly what did they use? Feral. We're going feral for him. It's like, just be honest. You can just say you liked him. It's fine.
She likes
ahead.
the mop head.
Well, that was the thing. Putting that much effort into why you can have the thing you like but nobody else can is more about the hatred of other people than the like, this is what I enjoy. Like, most people are like, I want Star Wars this way because I like it this way. And she's like, I want what I like, but what you like is kind of more important to me, and stopping you having what you like is more important to me.
But
So I'm gonna
Disparu,
put a
it's
lot of
also
effort into it.
Miserable
June.
people like miserable company.
It's also June, so like it would be very like uncool of her to talk about being straight. Not in June. Can't do that. So she had to be like, I didn't enjoy the shirtless man, just so everybody knows.
Oh, she definitely enjoyed it. I don't think she even said she didn't enjoy it. She was like, it's not just this. It's not objectifying him, you know. I'm surprised she didn't bring up, like, you know, what is it, the golden ratio or something? She's like, no, he's mathematically gorgeous. Like, she was literally trying to turn
Mathematically
everything into
gorgeous.
logical.
You know,
He's
I don't think I've
gorgeous.
heard that phrase before. Mathematically gorgeous.
Oh, no, the golden ratio is real. Like, for most people that are attractive, you can do the golden ratio and it works.
Yeah, Mando gets what I'm saying. The alphabet mafia would get her. Exactly. This next thing we're gonna talk about, I'm gonna bring up in 1 second. I'm glad Blabs is here for this because we both like Rob Schneider. So
Oh yeah, I heard something about he's pissing people off or something,
yeah.
right?
Oh, Rob, go. I like Rob Schneider.
Isn't
and I
that
like
kind
what
of
he
his
says.
personality? Like, isn't that what he always does? Like,
Yeah,
No,
but
he's
I don't really
usually
know anything about him,
funny.
but
He-
every
well,
time I
he's-
hear about him, he's pissing somebody off.
yeah, because he, you know,
Old
he
school
doesn't-
comedy.
old school comedy, actual funny
it's the point of comedy.
and
If
not.
it's not his-
yeah,
Not insulting, what's
exactly.
the point?
Exactly. Dave Chandler, thank you for another 5. There's a reason shirtless guys are on romance novels. Not that it bothers us guys. The reason I'm losing weight is I love to be objectified. You go, Dave.
Get him, Dave.
Saucy.
Go. That's saucy.
Saucy.
But if you ever talk to people about those same romance novels, they're like, no. Actually, it's about the deep characterization of him. It's the way he does this kind of thing. He does this. They'll never be like, yeah, I just like it because he's got abs. Like, they're never going to be that honest. It just doesn't happen.
Lord Botha, thank you for being a member for 2 months. This is for you, though, Disparu.
Lord Botha, member for 2 months, and this is what I actually understand, but I'm not sure if anyone else in this stream
I
knows.
understand.
So I'm glad that he put it
Disparu
towards
Straight
Disparu
is like the
Straight.
Tories in Britain are conservative.
I get it.
agree.
I love when he gets his little giggle. I don't get the joke, though. Or-
No, of course.
I mean-
No, because you'd have to know about Britain, the Tories, and the being conservative. It's basically the Tories. I'm not actually sure there's anything in California that the Tories would object to. Unironically.
Oh, okay. That's a good way to put it.
Like,
then. I
both
get
our
that.
parties are the same way. They're
I
both.
almost accidentally just hit
Ex-
end stream.
There is no difference.
See?
That big red button, I should press it.
I'm glad that it has the like make sure though, because you know like people
Yeah.
probably would accidentally do it when you're going to click like the starred messages.
The first time Craig gave me like admin for side scrolls, I'd be absolutely terrified. I wouldn't even have my mouse in that corner. I'd be like, yeah, but then it's fine.
Which one's the FN? Which one's the M14?
This one's
I
another
know
one
the
for
FAL.
Disparu. Thank you, Jadine, for the 1999.
Well, I googled M14 and it doesn't look like a Cold War thing. Put it this way, I only know, obviously, England. Don't know guns. I do know games though, and in games,
I'm in England. I
the
don't know.
FAL has
We can
always
talk
been
about
the
tea.
one which I think has been better. I think it's worked more. I've rarely used anything like an M14 in a game. I have used the FAL before. It's the best I can do.
There's gun enthusiasts in the chat that'll probably answer
Hey,
it. Where's
if
America's
I was
Raider?
if I was in America, I would be a good enthusiast. But I'm over here. I don't
know
get a
you would.
choice.
Are you
I
ever
only know
move, or do you
games.
want to stay in Britain forever and ever?
I've said this to Xray when we're in Vegas. I kind of think this country is going down a path where it will never recover. And so I think it's inevitable that I will move. I just don't know where. America, like, I'd be happy to move to America because I think your states kind of insulate you into like silos where even if everything else is kind of going to trash, you can silo yourself. Like you're in the middle of a forest, right? Moving out in the middle of nowhere, away from all people, I'd be like fine with that. I'm like, whatever. The world can go
Just
to
give
hell.
me internet.
We as long as I've got internet and a shop I can get to, and I can get like internet orders, then I'd be fine. But that would kind of be my thing because then you're kind of insulated from everything. So I like that about America, that you've got states with different rules. So even if everything else goes, you can still choose a place that's good for you.
That's why I
So
moved to
that'd be
Portland.
fine. The issue with America though is like, obviously YouTube, self-employed, anything like that getting into a country is difficult in the first place. I'm not even sure if it's even possible. There are places like Japan where
You can
can
have the
get,
nomad one, but you still have to make a shit ton of money.
well in Japan there is the digital nomad visa. It's an actual thing. So you
Would
can
you
go
move-
over there and it's fine.
would
But in
you move to
America,
Japan?
there's no such thing like that.
Dude,
My issue with Japan is at the moment they're opening it up to everybody, and I think they're probably going to ruin the country. I like
maybe
Japan
not.
because it's got Japanese people in it, and I like the way Japanese people act. I don't want them to open it up to everybody else.
they're not really opening up to everybody else. They're kind of making it hard, and they really want you to speak Japanese too.
That. I mean, I'd probably learn for the right. Like,
You're gonna pull up PewDiePie, leave the UK,
I
and go to
think
Japan.
I think that if you move to a nation, you should learn not only the culture but the language and everything else. I think that's a key part of doing it. So if I did move to Japan, if that was
I'll
like
be
the
there in
aim,
October.
I'd
I'll
learn
let
it.
you know how it is.
Say hi to PewDiePie for us.
Yeah, I'm gonna go find him. And be like,
And Marcia.
Well, that's the thing, though. But I've heard that Japan has to like ban like tourists and stuff from certain areas of the city because they're
was
ruining
it
it.
Kyoto? I think
And I
it
think
was.
that's the start of the end. I actually don't. I don't actually don't think that because I've seen it in other places. I've seen it in the UK. If your culture is so specific and you have to be kind of raised in it in order to act like it. Like British people can go anywhere else in the world, they'll be recognized as British because they act a certain way. They're renowned for being a certain way. Other people come in, those rules, when they don't exist among anybody, don't exist. Because it only takes a few people not doing it to break everything. I think it's going to happen to Japan. I think they're going to go the same way we are. But yeah, I think it's inevitable that I move. It's just, I think getting into America would be difficult in the first place.
It
Yeah,
might be. But
it
if
might
you
be a
have enough
little-
money, listen, it all comes down to money. If you have enough money, you're in.
Well, the issue is like, I know in America you can get like a 3-year work visa and stuff, but immediately my brain goes to, okay, what happens after 3 years?
Well, you can start to get a extension.
Yeah, but
on
who
it.
wants to do that, right? Like, who wants to keep applying to stay in, and then they
Well,
can after the
you
3 years
should
they can
get-
go, oh no, you got to go back. And I've heard of people where they can move to a place and then they have to move back to their home nation for like 6 months and then move back for another 3. And like, but no, you want to put down roots. You want to get a house. You want to get a family. You want to have kids, and then you're going to get kicked out of the country. That sounds.
No, you should
it's
be
all a bit
able
too-
to like work on something whilst you're still here. That's usually how it goes. Sometimes, obviously, there's exceptions. Like I know in Canada, when I was getting like my my work visa, you could just keep extending it as long as you were still in the right time period.
Yeah, it's for me like for something like moving country. I'm kind of the person where it's like, well, you want to do roots, you want to get completely involved.
Mhm.
So you'd have like a family, kids, a house, a mortgage, and so to just apply on the thing of, well, maybe we'll let you stay, maybe we won't.
Well,
You
I think
want- you wanna-
Sinister Looking Kid has it right.
you
Just
want
come
a
over
sure
the
thing.
Mexican border; it's wide open. Just hop.
Yeah.
That's actually what makes me laugh about that kind of thing. Is like
Oh,
I know how difficult
it's
it is.
so disgusting how like frustrating that is.
It would like because I watched a channel where they've recently done it, and for some reason they decided to move to California, but they did come from London, so it's basically the same thing. But they talked about how difficult it was for them and the stuff they had to do. They had to like bank accounts, everything, piles of paperwork. And then you hear about other people. It's like, well, no problem for them. It's like, yeah, but you want those people that moved over there. You want them in. Like, if anyone should have been fast tracked, it would have been that couple. They were great. Like, they're the kind of people you want in your country.
Hardworking, good people. Yep, that's the ones.
Yeah,
And then
but they were the ones that
get
struggled
screwed
to get in.
Yep,
And they had
every
like
single
a
time.
1 year or a 2 year. And they said it started from the time they said yes. So they were just told, yeah, come in. You've got like a year. And like, wait, what? So they just had to ditch everything. They had to ditch their apartment that they already paid rent for. They had to get rid of all of their property they couldn't bring in suitcases. And it's like, no, moving countries is a major thing.
No, it's shit. It's really shit. Like, the story's crazy stuff.
But yeah, like I say, I think it's inevitable move somewhere. America, I'd be like more than happy to. It's just a case of kind of deciding on a place. I think it's inevitable at some point.
This was gonna move to like Costa Rica.
And I was going to be like somewhere super random. Before we do the next topic, because we always forget and like we'll move on before we get to the super chats that we're talking about what we were just talking about. Mark of Reality, thank you for another 5. Did anyone else catch the man bun on the Wookiee at the end? No.
What? Man bun Wookiee?
I didn't.
No, okay, I might be able to get you a picture of the man bun Wookiee. I do know what they mean. The Wookiee did indeed have a man bun on the top of his head. I don't know why.
There's a joke for Blabs in the chat. Thank you, B-Bob, for 5. Hey, Blabs, what do you get when you breed a bulldog and a Shih Tzu?
Bullshit. I'm smart.
See,
I like
Blab's
that
real smart.
his name is Kalnaka, which obviously isn't meant to make you think of
There you go.
Chewbacca. You know, those two names being similar.
Really?
Everybody wants Disparu. Raider will sponsor you. Miss Martin Muses has come to Texas. There you go.
The way that the couple from London did it is they had to set up a company in America and then get their own company to sponsor them. That's how insane it is.
Crazy.
Yeah.
Days
Whereas, like I say,
months,
Japan, they're like
you.
digital nomad. It is a case of, do you work online? Yes. How much money do you make? Blah blah blah. And then okay, you do it. But America has no kind of self-employed option.
Listen to old American radio clips. It's amazing how much accents and vocal inflections have changed over the decades. Oh, I bet. It's totally different now than it was like even in like probably the 80s, to be honest.
Yeah, and we used to have
99-cent super sticker. Thank you.
I think you used to have it as well, but we used to have like a TV voice or a radio voice, and it was a very specific class of person with a very specific accent, like Oxford English, and everybody spoke with the correct diction. And I think from old American clips, you used to have something similar to a degree, or at least in parts of the country you did. And we kind of lost all of that. When everyone went to, you can do whatever you want, the entire sort of quality of like all entertainment went down.
You can't do whatever you want.
Well, no. It's like my whole thing is, you should be allowed to do whatever you want in your own home. But the moment you leave your front door and you're in civilization, now you should at least have the decency and you have a duty to behave in a certain way like everybody else.
Oh, I agree.
Like, if you're a complete degenerate in your own house, when you go outside, you should act like a normal, civilized human being. That is part of being around other people. And then, and you have a choice of, you can either do that voluntarily or it will be enforced. But it has to be enforced. And then what you do in your own home, that's up to you. I think that's the best compromise. Because that's the way England used to be.
Somebody in the chat said the transatlantic accent. I haven't heard that in ages. Yeah, that's not it. That's funny. Anyway.
If you share this wicked first, it is the man bun Wookiee.
Oh, yeah, sorry.
Like on the top of his head, you see the little top knot, and then
Are you
all
sure
his hair
it's not
pulls up
just
into.
a braid?
No, all his hair is pulled up, going up, and then that's the top knot, and you can see the little thing.
It's done like a little baby.
It's definitely a top knot. It's all
Yeah,
like,
it
that's his
reminds me of
forehead,
baby.
and he's pulled it upwards, and it's on the top of his head. It is a man bun at the top, 100%. Because everyone's pointed this
What's
out.
his face's name? The really tall, like Finland, whatever, wherever he is. The new actor who plays Chewbacca in the sequels.
Someone's
he
gonna
came
put
back.
Dan's face on that.
He came. Well, that's what
Well,
chat
this
was
might be
saying.
Dan Vask. I mean, he's got to make his career somehow. He's not putting out videos.
Ooh.
No, the reason why I say that is because he commented on a post, and I saw underneath someone posted a meme where it was like the guy with the stick poking a stone, and it just went, "Come on, upload something," and I was like, "That's really good."
Damn, bro. But like,
This is a guy who lost a competition because he refused to put out a video. I mean,
yeah, this is also true. But going back to the Wookiee, isn't it the same actor who played like Chewbacca in the sequels? I swear I saw that he
I've
was
no
in
idea.
this show. I think it's
mean,
the
it's just
same
a
guy.
I don't know.
it could be anyone. I mean,
Yeah, but how many really tall people
this could be your
can do
average
the
person
Wookiee
from
sound?
I think it could just be anyone from Portland.
Okay.
I mean, it's basically how they go outside anyway.
I'm gonna Google this.
Labs will do the research. Sorry, it's
Yeah,
Saturday. We're making her look
Google
up.
Portland furry. Have you
Are you
not
making her
learned
Google
nothing?
that? No.
All right, so I think I was right. So this guy Jonas Swartzamo is a Finnish actor. He's in the Acolyte. Yeah, so he's playing in the Acolyte as what's his fucking name? Kel Naka. Yeah, I was right. It's him.
Yeah, not Chewbacca, Kel Naka.
Yeah, so
Entirely different people.
the only tall Finnish man who can do is this man, and they hire him for Disney over and over again because he was literally Chewbacca in all 3 sequel movies and a solo Star Wars movie.
A mark of reality is trying to save your innocence.
Yeah, I'm not looking that up. I'm not. I was looking up the Finnish actor, guys. I was interested.
Furries creep me out.
You're like,
so
I'll
I'm
search
good.
for it. Then we were like, no, stop, Blabs.
I was looking up the Finnish tall man.
No,
I
she was looking up.
I just
furries.
like that chat had like a immediate revulsion. No, we must protect her.
Don't look it up, Blabs. Save Blabs. All right, let's get back to this. One of our little topics for today, and I'm glad Blabs is here for this because we both like Rob Schneider. We love
Hot chick.
hot chick. Yeah, Billy. Okay.
I used to
Something
say
you
that
won't see in
horse.
the Acolyte.
What?
Billy?
Yeah, you won't see Honey Hot Chicks in the Acolyte at all.
Oh,
Well, the funny thing is, I
burn.
actually think the chick Amanda, which I hate
is
her
it
name.
wrong?
Why is there a random L in Amanda? It's Amanda, whatever. Anyway,
Triggered.
I think she's actually fairly pretty when she's dressed normal and like. But yeah,
When she's done it for the red carpet, yeah. I mean, there's a reason why I put her on both my thumbnails.
Yeah, but like they did her so dirty with that stupid like mop wig thing going on.
Well, she does it to herself a lot of the time. She is a person where when she goes on the red carpet, it's like, yeah, I look one way, but most of the time I look somewhere else. It's
yeah,
like she's been around saying this stuff since like at least 2016. So.
Yeah, she's definitely like an SJW and all that. I just think she's
yeah.
at least a pretty one.
All I want is Amanda hug and kiss. I
Amanda
remember The
Blah.
Simpsons.
I know. Is there a man to hug and kiss? Okay, so Rob Schneider was booted mid-set from another stage after attendees walk out. Imagine that, like going to a comedy show and getting so offended you walk out. Like,
I think they do it deliberately. I think they literally go to these places to be offended so that you can make a big... Because look,
Like,
Yeah,
if
they
I
want
would-
to be
Yeah.
Twitter.
like
If
those
I was
people
in a
that
place-
attacked Chrissy, and then I remember Quarter Black tweeted out, and he's like, "But they stayed to finish their fries." Like the fat chicks that were like yelling at Chrissy.
I mean, the thing is, like, if I didn't like a show, like, if I was in a movie, I didn't like the movie, I'd just walk out. I wouldn't make a big fuss about it. But the fact that they're shouting out at I can't believe you said that, I'm gonna leave. Like, they want to draw attention to themselves because that's where they get the virtue. That's where they get the big ego hit. That's where they get, I'm fighting for justice and morality. And that's what they're doing it for. They're getting it for the kick, for the adrenaline, rather than anything they believe. The worst thing you can do with any of these people is believe what they say. No, trust what they do.
So this is I didn't know about this part. It says so the comic and SNL alum was similarly removed last year during a GOP fundraiser when his jokes were deemed too crass for the conservative crowd. I didn't know that happened. So like, okay,
Yeah.
let's see. So Rob Schneider was pulled from another stage this week when his act at a fundraiser in Canada. Well, there you go. It was in Canada. Or just stars. That explains it all. Which many found inappropriate for an event supporting a hospital, led organizers to cut him off. On Saturday at an event called the Four Seasons Ball, a fundraiser for the hospitals of Regina Foundation, Snyder was scheduled to perform a comedy set for the crowd at the annual gala. His politics-heavy comedy style, however, did not seem to match the tone of the evening. Shortly into his set, as attendees began to walk out of the event, Horn representatives asked the comic to leave the stage. Snyder complied with the request right away, according to the rep from Horn. We do not condone, accept, or endorse or share Mr. Snyder's positions, as expressed during his comedy set, and acknowledge that in this instance, the performance did not meet the expectations of our audience and our team. That's so stupid. It's.
Hang on a second. It was like the far right didn't actually like what he was saying.
This was not. I don't think so. I think that happened. This like little thing right here was from last year. This part.
Okay.
This is a new one. I mean, it's Canada, so he probably was making like pro Republican jokes and stuff, right? And it made
Justin Trudeau uncomfortable.
Yeah. Let's see, what's this tweet say? We had a banquet here this past weekend as a fundraiser for the local hospitals. They had Rob Schneider, Y, as entertainment, who went off on rants about vaccines, women's rights, how white men are persecuted. People got up and walked out. It was a hospital fundraiser, for F's sake. Oh, God.
Yeah, but what did he actually say is what I want to know. They're just saying, like, oh, he said this, okay, but what did he actually say? Is there a clip of him?
I don't think so. I'll see if I can find one. Condone, accept, endorse, or share. Talk about signaling overkill. I know. I wish that we could see a line of something that he said. A lot of the comics make jokes about the vaccines and women's rights.
Yeah.
And how white men are
the good ones.
persecuted. Yeah, exactly. But this was I don't know if you heard it. This is in Canada, Disparu. So are we really surprised that he got booted? Not really.
Oh, well, yeah. I'm used to.
As soon as I read that,
I live under similar laws, so I'm used to being like, well, can I say that?
Will I get arrested for saying this?
Yeah.
And if I will, is it worth it? There's always the option.
Yeah, exactly. That's dumb. I would love to see Rob Schneider live. It'd be hilarious.
The reason why they won't post what it is because it was probably fine. That's
exactly.
The ones they like are the ones which sound bad in text when they're like, oh, he said this. And it's like, outside of the context and the tone and the setting, which everything that's said isn't said on its own. You do have like a lot of tone of voice so that people know you've got the relationship between the people. Are they friends? Are they taking it seriously? Are they more understanding than a random person? In a comedy club, it's obviously a joke, and so you shouldn't take it seriously in the first place. If you do, you're the idiot. And
it's your problem.
They like to strip all of that and just put it in text form. And then go, he said this. It's like, oh, who cares?
All right, one more.
I'd just be like, anyone that complains about a joke gets arrested.
Transphobic comments in there. I just want to see if there's anything in here.
Oh, the transphobic comments are probably all about the women's rights.
My favorite thing is at the top, it literally says, offends people. So what? Just be offended. Nothing happens. Nobody, at no point throughout history has anyone gone, oh, you know what? Yesterday I heard something. I was offended. And then I woke up and I had leprosy. There's no side effect to it. Just be offended.
Here it is right here. It says, Schneider opened with jokes about Donald Trump's recent conviction and how Canada was superior, which got laughs. But then he jumped into how Canadian Prime Minister Justin Trudeau made everyone get numerous vaccines and called it a scam-demic and no real punchline, which was enough for the crowd, including me. Oh, God. So Snowflake Crybaby wrote this to start realizing, realizing that this guy was a moron. And it's really? Okay.
There's so many better jokes about Justin Trudeau, though.
I know.
Like, he didn't know how many times he looked like he'd just gone up a chimney. Seriously. When somebody goes, how many times have you done this? And he goes, I don't know. Maybe you shouldn't be leading your country. Canadians, though, they love it. Like, I think that was more of a condemnation than Canadians than anyone else.
It's Trudeau. And all that shit. They just want to be left alone.
Didn't Xray girl say she voted for him because he was attractive?
No.
I'm pretty sure I've
Did
heard
she
that
say
at some
that?
point.
Are you sure
She's
it wasn't
definitely
a joke?
voted for him. I think she said that people either it was either no, she's not going to defend herself, but this was a while ago. I think you said, so I could be getting it wrong.
I did not.
No, it was something like I'm pretty sure she's voted for him because I think someone said it on FNT a couple of weeks back. But I'm sure I remember her saying something along the lines of
that's
people
like
vote for him because she's attractive.
Okay.
But that actually is a thing, just like how Governor Newsom in California is somewhat decent looking, so the women be like, "Oh, I voted for him because he's cute." And it's like,
I mean, everyone
My
says the same
favourite
thing
was
about
Berlusconi.
JFK.
Like, Wicked should know him, you know, PM
Who?
of Italy. Berlusconi. He led Italy multiple times. And his thing was, when he got into power, he just filled his entire cabinet full of page 3 models. Now, I don't think you have them over there. They're basically like topless models. So he just got all of these really attractive women and just
Dang.
filled his cabinet with them. And this is what he was known for. And so whenever he said anything offensive, everyone was like, that's what he does. And then they found out that he was having like parties at his house with loads of women. And it was like, yeah, it's Berlusconi. It's what
And
he
a lot of
does.
pasta,
Like, obviously,
probably,
he's
too.
having an affair. Of course he is. He's Berlusconi. This is
He's
what we
Berlus-
expected of him. And this is
Yeah,
all
look at
that
a
people
picture
will
of
let you
him
off
for
with
the
anything
people.
if it's part of your behavior, because that's what they accepted in the first place. And also, oh, hang on, no. Carry on. I think I might have something. You remember when I pulled up one of the royal family's comments? Berlusconi has come out with some bangers in his time.
Really?
Yeah. Like, at
how-
one point, he was insulting the Italians before he ran for, like, prime minister.
Nice.
He was the.
Yeah, you know he won afterwards. Yeah, because people were like, you're just running in order to get immunity from prosecution. And he's like, yeah.
Wait, I can't find a picture of him. Why not?
Well, I mean, can you spell Berlusconi?
I don't know. But usually it'll fix it if I spell it wrong. How do you spell it?
Berlusconi.
She's like, ah.
Wait, hold on. Do that again. Sorry. BERU.
Berlusconi.
Ah.
Okay, I've got the article of his. I don't know if it'll have the one, so I may have to like
This isn't
remember
him.
it off by heart. But there's a few.
Is this him? Hold on. You have your thing up. I'll show it in a minute. Mine.
So, well, this is him. That's him.
Not attractive. I've heard the name, but I never saw his picture before.
No. But he's powerful.
Yeah.
Yes, he's powerful with high status and a
that's
lot of
perfect,
money.
Actually, he does. He has like the
No.
hairline like him
Yeah.
too.
This is the whole thing. People are like, he's not attractive. Does it matter? He's powerful
He's
with
got
status
power.
and a lot of
He's
money.
got a bunch of models
that
working
makes him
for him.
attractive. Berlusconi tells players on his Monza soccer team he would bring a bus full of corner street women into the locker room if they managed to beat their rival.
Wow.
This is the kind of thing he does all the time. He sent me 20 bottles of vodka, a very sweet letter, applied with bottles of Lambrusco, and an equally sweet letter.
He sent me vodka and a nice letter. What a guy.
I work without interruption, and occasionally I happen to look at a beautiful girl in the face. It's better to like beautiful girls. This guy, this isn't 2010. Like, he just comes out with them all the time. I'm not going to read that one. During a visit to the earthquake, he said in emergency tells, they should look at it as a weekend of camping. These are people that have lost their entire, like, houses and everything. This guy, look, this is all, like, they come up with loads. There was one where he basically hated on the Italian people, right? I don't
Not
think
really
it's
want
going to be here.
pasta.
One is
Ravioli
slightly,
for dinner.
one citizen is equal to the other. Perhaps one is slightly more equal than the others, given that 50% of Italians have given them the responsibility of governing the country.
Did he pass away?
I didn't know he died, no. But there was one...
She's like, well,
he
that's why he hasn't been speaking very much lately.
when he
He hasn't
left...
done anything lately.
Because I think he resigned, right? He resigned and said that basically all Italians were scum and he was glad he never had to lead with them or
Oh,
ever
yeah, he
have
did
anything to do with
die.
them ever again. And then, because he was being prosecuted, he had to run for re-election after insulting the entire country and all of their people.
Huh.
Because he
He
didn't want
won.
to be
But
prosecuted.
he won, though.
I think so. This is the thing. People will forgive you for anything if the people want authenticity. And they will praise a politician more that is honest and just tells them how it is than someone who's like, oh, well, I'm not going to give you an answer about anything.
I think we do that voice.
Yo, does he have any
Ah,
sons?
could you look like
Oh,
you
he's
said
got
he
two
can,
sons.
Blabs, yo, does he have any son?
Well, they are rich,
Well, that's what I was reading. That he was like
rich
the third,
Italian, and probably know their pasta, so... yeah.
well, it was just that he was the third wealthiest person in Italy at the time of his death. So I was like, huh.
Yeah, he had at least £30.
Cool.
Market Reality, thank you for another 5. Nipples, walnuts, and demonstrations from flexible consumer electronics. Is this a niche part of the internet?
Yes, it's my niche. I made it. I carved it out with my bare hands.
And
It's a bit like a Rings of
was
Power where one's looking down a tunnel.
for 1776.
Ha.
Thank you, Raider. Wait, England has guns? I don't believe you.
No, they actually, okay, so I said don't
We
have
got
guns,
more
but
knives instead.
there are
I believe.
very specific times you can have them. There's lots of legislation around you having them. And if you're in a city or like a built-up area, no. Farmers and stuff, it's easier to get because you can have a reason. Or if you go to like you have to go to like a club periodically and things.
What's
like
his
we-
boat status?
We don't have the culture that America has around them, and so most people don't bother.
Oh. Well, there you go. That was just funny.
But if
And
I
for
could just own
1776,
them-
I see what you did there. He's like, if I could have one, I would
Hey,
have a
look.
bunch.
No, people are 70, 76, yeah, 1812 is a later year and a better one. So
Licking
it's
bacon
the reason
or
it's called the
something.
White House.
Licking bacon or something like that for 5. I stumbled on
than
that one. What? Okay.
I pulled out halfway through.
Are you stroking your microphone again, Disparu?
Hey, at least I haven't deep throat my microphone like Az.
Oh,
I've
God.
seen him take an entire SM7B. That's why he said he had to get a new microphone. He wore the last one out.
Oh my God.
There's
Um,
footage of it. I'm not making it up.
I don't
I
want to
believe you. I believe you.
It was very
England
impressive.
England has
He'll make someone a
destroyed
great husband one day.
England has
Anyway.
destroyed its credibility as a financial hub, cut off access to energy, gutted its military and labor. It's about to come in for the long haul.
Yeah, financial hub is basically why London exists. Without the whole finance industry, that entire city collapses. None of that stuff is kind of what was it? Oh well, I only saw the start of the thing. Well, I've forgotten the last half. If you can put it back on the screen, Wicked.
Oh, I unmarked it. I got to go back.
Oh wow.
What? After I read it, I unmark it so I don't like.
Yeah, I do the same thing. I mark it.
You finished too quickly, Wicked.
Sorry.
Am I interrupting?
That's how you should be. It's
What?
disappointing for everybody
Of
involved.
course, he's saying that because he knows that I'm rating, so I'm only half listening right now. Thanks.
Well,
I'm trying to find something.
I was
He said
was
sorry, guys.
trying to fill the dead air like a professional, but okay.
Like a professional.
I'm
I'm not
British.
a professional.
The only way I know how to fill
Oh, I'm
the
definitely-
dead
there
air
you
is to
go.
insult people.
There you go.
Yeah,
Just
so
5 minutes
financial hub
later.
is if financial hub goes, London goes. Access to energy, yes. The reason that died is because they said we could build nuclear power plants, but they'd take 10 years to build, so we won't need them.
And then they cancel it.
Well, they did count. Yeah, 10 years. Who needs energy in 10 years, right? We can just buy it off someone else and then decide to not to buy it off them. And gut it, yeah. And the last bit, there's still plenty of that, but there's nothing to do with it. So, yeah. But none of those are the issues I was talking about. For me, England is it's a unique cultural and it's a unique culture around the world with a very specific heritage, which, if not upkept and maintained, collapses. And if the culture collapses, the nation collapses. That's an empty cup. It's fine.
It's just more milk, guys. It's fine.
No. It was the important cup. So yeah, I think it's inevitable. And I'm not somebody that's like, you have to try and stay here. No.
No.
People play bigger games with more power than I am. A little tiny meaningless pawn. No, you have one life. Make the most of it. Is my kind of idea.
That was beautiful. Disparu.
Well, in other words, go to a different country. It's better. Yay.
Go. Just go all over. Go full
Go to
nomad.
Costa Rica.
Yeah.
Or I'll go there. That'd be cool.
You know what? You do what you want to do. I'm going there.
Yeah. Blabs is just like, no, I'm going to Costa Rica.
You know what? Forget
You
you.
Just
I'm
realized
go.
where she belongs. That was the thing. That was like a light bulb going off in her head. Go to Costa Rica. Hang on, that sounds amazing, actually.
I should go
Why
there.
haven't I done this before?
Yeah, why wouldn't you want to go to another place just to visit?
I don't know anything
Yeah.
about Costa Rica. No,
I hear
I
that's
think the
really-
main thing for me is like, moving's a big thing, and so
Yeah.
Like living
I
living
do,
out
yeah.
of I do actually like hotels, but living out of like a backpack isn't my idea of.
No.
I
could
prefer
never.
to go somewhere and settle.
Yep.
Yeah. I feel that, but I like
I'm
going
very
all over.
high
And I
maintenance
like-
too, so I like my comfort and everything. Yeah.
Yeah, I'd like to be in a place where it's like I can be here for a long time, and I like Blabs' whole idea of just being out in the middle of nowhere, away from everybody. When I was a lot younger, I used to really love like the cities and being around loads of people. And the more I've seen kind of modernity encroach on things, I'm like, no, I want to be away from everybody. It's
No,
like, no,
we
Y'all
all
I
are
want to be
batshit
away. I want to be
insane.
out of here.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. M8566, thank you for the 5. I'm just here to objectify Disparu and Wicked. Also, hi Blabs.
Thanks.
Thank
I don't
you.
get objectified on this channel. It's fine.
She's okay with it. She gets objectified enough on side scrollers for
Well,
Blabs.
yeah.
Yeah.
Like, this is my day off of objectification.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I mean,
Moving
normally
on.
that would have been aimed at me anyway. So
There you go. It's for you, Disparu. Read it.
Ian Soforth says moving that mic and USB collection would be a logistical nightmare. Hey, you don't see my setup. My setup is complicated, is what we'll say. You don't see what's in front of me.
I believe
Also,
you.
the side, and this is the thing. I've told Lady Gravemaster this. I organize things in piles, which is fine when I'm not on stream and need to grab something quickly. But it does mean that there are stuff on top of other things, and so if you want something at the bottom, it takes some time and sort of finagling. Great word. To get it out without everything else collapsing onto the
Okay,
floor.
fancy finagling.
Mm. Who
Finagling.
even
not-
uses that word?
Disparu
I
because
did.
he's British.
I reached a point in the sentence where I didn't know what other word
Also,
except
that's a really
finagling
big
would have
glass,
actually
Wicked.
fit,
Like,
so I
what
used
is
it.
that? A gallon?
Well, it's not like I wasn't using it specifically because it was a weird word. It's the only word that accurately summarized the thing that I wanted to say, so I said it.
You made me want water. You have a nice. I was gonna say your cup's nice. You got a real nice cup there.
I got a nice glass.
Thanks. It's
Nice
glass.
There's my ASMR.
Yeah.
Well, I'm sorry, it's not USB-C to C. Okay,
Look,
do my best.
I mean, look. Yours doesn't even have a
sorry.
metaphor behind it.
Just went like full mobster. I'm sorry, I don't got what you want. He's having
Normally
too much
people
fun
are charged
with that.
extra for this. So
Listen,
I'm not sure we
Oh
can
my
put that on the
God.
channel.
What if Disparu started an OnlyFans and all it is just him with 2 cables going?
Yeah. Well, I didn't have a pair of scissors, all right? This is the only thing I had access to.
There
I
you
was,
go,
I was
yeah.
like, what doesn't go inside another thing? Well, this is the thing, right? These are 2 male USB-C connectors, but I
Way
think
to
it still
be-
works.
Way to be, you know.
It's essentially
June.
docking.
He's.
Doesn't dock very well, though. That's the problem.
Here, can
They
you?
just kinda
Says
bang
this
it-
from experience.
They just kind of connect on the outside. It's a bit weird. I don't know why I'm full screen.
Because I just don't want people to
Wicked
see
never
it.
full screens herself. Like the viewers would go up at least like 2%.
I'm watching. I'm watching for it to view up now.
Ian, thank you for the 50 pounds. Proper money. I love the humiliation ritual of me writing about Disparu and Wicked saying, read this.
You want about ritual humiliation? The way she said proper money, like that's what you offended by.
It's like she's rude.
Just because you're Scottish doesn't mean you can't have any self-respect.
He doesn't care
Until
if
you
I
meet an
say
Englishman,
that.
anyway. Then obviously
Ian gets my humor, okay? He understands.
Used puppets.
he makes allowances.
He
I'm a
has a
woman.
puppet. Disparu has a puppet back there.
Yeah.
Yeah, I love how when Disparu, because he's always talking or doing something. So when he doesn't say anything, I feel like the stream froze. Yeah.
Wait.
I'm sorry. Should I keep moving at all times just to make sure people know the
That little
camera's
orange
going?
thingy back there, that's your puppet?
He's gonna go get it. It's a squirrel.
Man, this man is obsessed with squirrels. I bet you one day he's gonna get absolutely pissed ass drunk
He's
and
like-
get a tattoo of a squirrel on his ass.
He's like Ace Ventura when he's like, "Come to me, my animal friends." Oh, and it's all
Brave of you to
squirrels.
assume I don't have a squirrel on my ass.
He is Snowman.
All right, let's see it.
It's not the. There's the tail, actually. No, it's the.
Where was he? Where was he hiding?
It's
Disparu?
up there. Like it was
No,
there.
no, just
Ish.
now. He came up from the bottom, didn't he?
They tend to. It's because they're on the floor, you dirty. Obviously, they have to
dirty.
rise off the floor, unless they're gonna like parachute down from the trees and land on you. They're not
They did,
flying
like-
squirrels. It's a normal squirrel.
What if he just heard it? No, the one time we started the stream, he knocked over some empty whiskey bottles, and he was like, "What does that mean?" Like, I got like 10
No,
empty
yeah,
bottles of
literally,
whiskey.
I knocked over
And
one
the
bottle,
chat was
and
like,
it wasn't.
"It means you're an alcoholic."
Yeah, it wasn't one bottle. It went.
So,
You're an alcoholic.
where
for
did
like
you
10
get this
seconds.
little puppet from?
She means
Amazon.
Zalore.
Amazon? So you bought it yourself?
Yeah. The reason is my background
adorable.
has always been originally I wanted to be like a game streamer, and then I realized you can't be a streamer without being like doing anything on YouTube, so I started making YouTube videos, which then took off, so then I stopped the streaming thing. But my background actually had like references to all of the people that kind of made me want to do this kind of thing, and also that I kind of took elements from. Like the lights are Harris Haller, he used to have them. And this is a reference to Tim the Tatman. He has the little penguin. So I was like, well, I'll get a little toy and put it in the background. And it's like, I never
You know what
spoke
he
about this stuff, but
needs?
that's what it is.
You need to get him a little mic and a little USB cord.
A little
Mini.
headset.
It's like, no one. The thing is, no one can see him. I was surprised when someone went to those books and went, "Is that the Stormlight Saga?" I'm like, how did you even know? It's a blur. How do you even know what books they were? It's like, but it was like, yes, it was. Well, the thing, even if he zoomed in, it's still blurry. It's like it's not as if he can read the title or anything.
I mean, if someone's really familiar with the book, spines and everything, they'll figure it out.
I can't. My arm doesn't go that far out the camera.
There you go, Disparu. What are you?
I got into a heated argument over red and grey squirrels and evolution at uni. Fun times.
It sounds
Yeah,
like something that
we-
Disparu would do.
Well, we used to have grey squirrels in the UK, and then the red squirrels came in, brought a disease, and it killed all the grey squirrels. So now we only really have, or was it the other? No, it's the other way around. We now have grey squirrels, not red squirrels. So these are. I'm not sure I've ever really seen them.
When he talks, he goes, mix it.
That is so sad. The
Hello,
extinction
hello.
of the red squirrel.
I can't stop my mouth, but hello. I know. Did you ever hear it talk like this? And I'm like, oh, this is amazing.
Know what's happening to the stream.
Blabs is the one that wanted to see the pissing squirrel.
She is.
I want to see it. Show me a squirrel. This for
Slosher for read Slosher
It's
super
so
chat.
cute.
Have the squirrel read Slosher super chat, please.
I don't even know how this works. I've got to block my
You just
face out
did
with
it.
this,
You got
and then
it.
I can't even read it.
You
It
got
doesn't
this.
work
Fine.
because
Try
I've got to go to
harder.
the.
Slosher for $10 says the hospitals in Canada are run by the government. These are NDP voters. They are to the left of Trudeau. The fact he didn't call them heroes for denying the people that hadn't got jabbed in organ transplants made them mad.
Thank you, Slosher.
Thanks.
I hope you liked that epic super chat read. Everyone's been like, what's happening right now?
Imagine tuning
So like,
in
just
on
switch
that
hands.
right
No,
now.
I'm right-handed. If I do it with my left hand, this is the whole Lister thing. In anyone seen Red Dwarf? At one point, he gets infected by a virus, an intelligent virus. So they have to scare it into one part of his body and cut it off. And he says, "It's probably like, do you want it in a leg? Do you want it in an arm?" He says, "Arm." Okay, which arm? The left one. Not the right arm. I do all my favorite things with my right arm.
What? Did you just get here, Lulu?
That's what I'm saying. Like, imagine joining in when Disparu's squirrel is reading a super chat.
It's not my fault you're late to the stream. If you want context.
You did fit. I didn't know what the super chat said. He had the squirrel up, so I was like, all right, read
Yeah,
it.
she done deliberately. This'll get him.
Mm-hmm.
Because it's Saucy Saturday.
Because the squirrel enjoys it. That's why it's called a squirrel.
Oh my god.
Squirrel.
Jefferson
My favorite
Steve-
thing is how Americans say it. They don't say
Squirrel.
squirrel. They say squirrel.
Squirrel.
It's a squirrel. Like, it doesn't even have two
I wanna
syllables. It's just a
find-
squirrel.
I wish I had this. I didn't save it. I found it. It was a reel on Instagram, and it was so adorable. It was this really attractive Italian guy, and I think he was in the UK, and they found a turtle, and his friend who was British was recording him, and he's like, I found he was like I can't how he said it in his Italian. No, he said turtle, but he said it with an Italian accent, and then he was like, how do you say it? Like the British guy, yeah, turtle. He's like, oh yeah, he's like turtle. It's a turtle, and he's so cute and excited holding the turtle, and then he's like, that's how you say it, and then he made fun of his British friend who was like a turtle.
Look, I've always said this isn't how. I don't have an accent. This is just how words sound when they're pronounced properly.
Right.
It's a squirrel. A
Squirrel.
squirrel. A squirrel.
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 A squirrel. It's a squirrel.
Squirrel.
I'm surprised you didn't put a U in it.
Squirrel. The squirrel. Yeah.
It's a
See?
squirrel. I'm glad you've slowly
See?
the
That's on
Americans are learning
purpose.
how to talk.
Um,
It's only took them
Jefferson-
200 years.
Jefferson C. Pose, thank you for the 2. Guns are for farmers and farmers' mums.
There's a video out there of there's a boxer.
Blabs.
There's a boxer that lost a fight, and his mum suddenly just like got in the ring and started beating up the other boxer with her handbag. And the other boxer's like, oh, ah!
Maybe there was like a brick in the handbag.
Well, she just saw her son get beaten up and lose, and she's defending him. I'm like, this is amazing.
Or a sock full of, what was it? Blabs would probably get this.
The other boxer
butter.
can't like knock her. Like they're in the ring, but it's not like you
garlic.
can knock her out. That'd be really
Yeah.
bad PR.
Some spices, some garlic, everything inside the bag.
I love how all the chat is just like writing out.
Squirrel.
This is how I say it.
Squirrel.
I gotta, you know, I should end with this. Like we still got time, but obviously, guys. But I found this.
I was going to say,
Scottish guy.
never in a stream say we're going to end with it. If you're
No,
not
we're
gonna
not
actually
ending
gonna
yet. No, but we'll do it at the end of the stream. I mean, I gotta find him. I found the Scottish guy because you guys know I like Scottish accents, and I love how Xray always goes, "How do you understand it though?" I like Scottish accents.
How do you understand though?
There's a lot of that actually.
But there's the Scottish guy that like reacts to and like says words, and Scottish and British are actually pretty similar for a lot of the way they pronounce stuff. At least like it sounds a little bit
Yeah,
different, but the way they pronounce it.
Mhm.
And he was showing like how Americans say stuff, and then he would say it, and then British, and it was very similar. And it's funny because he'll like think like I don't say it weird, and then he says it, he's like, oh, I hear it now after he hears like how
Well,
Americans say it and stuff. I gotta try and find it.
The chat is right. Like Scottish can't be that difficult to understand because the drinker's Scottish and loads of people listen to him. There
How
are
heavy the accent
there
is.
are
Probably
really
same with Irish.
there's really thick Scottish accents and Welsh accents that I can't understand. There was this Welsh dad. He just said, "Blah, blah," and I nodded and was like, "Blah." I said, what? And I think the rule is you could say what 3 times, and if you still can't understand their accent after the 3rd time, you just have to accept it. It's just like, yeah, and then you laugh, and then just hope that's the correct answer, because otherwise... Yeah. So I literally, he said it 3 times, went, yeah, and walked out the door. Like, I still to this day have no idea what he said. That was a Welsh accent. But there was someone, I think she was from Newcastle, which is near Scotland.
Near Scotland.
Yeah, like I say, this is how it just... I know you've never heard English pronounced properly before, but this is just how it happens. But yeah, I think she was from Scotland, and she went on like America's Got Talent, only did 1 season because Americans couldn't understand her. Now, over here, everyone's like, she doesn't even have a thick accent, but over there, it must have been really...
Yeah,
there was
that episode once of Graham Norton. I don't remember who was on it, but like there was this person with like a thick Scottish or Irish or whatever it was accent, and the American was like, I can't understand a word they're saying, but I understood everything. I was like, this isn't even that bad of an accent. So yeah, honestly, and Americans in general just can't understand anything.
It's like Chibs
Yeah, there's
from
very few I
Sons of
can't
Anarchy.
understand.
Sometimes I can't. He's my favorite character from Sons of Anarchy, but sometimes I can't.
I like him
understand
because I
what he
can't
says.
understand him.
No, I know what he says for the most part, but like
I just
sometimes
stare
like if
into
you
his
watch the friends
eyes.
and you gotta find the subtitles because he'll say like if he gets into like a heated like speech, and then you just hear Jackie boy at the end, and that's all you get. It's like, wait, hold on, let's rewind that. What did he just say? I love Chibs though. Remember, there was people in the chat. They were like, he's not Scottish, he's Irish, and I'm like, the actor literally has the Glasgow smile on his face, like he's from Scotland. He's Scottish. Like that's not from the show. He actually has he was in the gang. Anyways, what were we? Oh yeah, I was trying to find that That guy. I don't remember what,
What
his
were we
name is.
doing?
It's
I
from
don't know.
after the.
Apparently, we were killing time for her to
later.
find something, and she never bothered.
No, I just didn't find it. It's fine. It's not that important.
Well,
We'll
it can't be
save it for
that
another
important.
stream. No, it's just funny. It would just be something funny to end with later, but we got like an hour, right? So, all right, Anakin. Can you say this one?
Hey!
What,
Is this your
Anakin's
friend,
burnt wiener?
Blabs?
Yeah,
Thank
I've
you.
seen him a lot in side scrollers. It's great.
I just wanted to hear Disparu say it in a British accent.
Yes.
Yes. Thank you for the 199.
Many people do.
My grandma voted for JFK because he was nice looking. Yeah, that was a big thing, but he didn't have a bad.
Is that when he lost half his face?
Oh, just
What? Too
Genuine
soon?
question. Too soon. It's
Oh,
only
it
been
was
like
40
50
years ago.
No, it was funny. It was funny, but yeah, no, a lot of people did that, but at least he had,
thought that-
good policies and stuff.
Judging by the
from what I've
Acolyte, that's
heard.
how people prefer their men nowadays without a brain.
Oh, well, we need Xray. We don't have it.
9!
Oh, here we go.
The racist bell.
9999.
What the hell is that?
It's a racist bell. I say so at the start of every
Put it
clip.
back. I want to see that again.
The racist bell.
9999.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
Mhm.
There you go. I know you guys all miss Xray.
Wild.
Wait, she may make an appearance in a second. Up in the corner. She does-
Disparu wins the award for
she
the best
does-
dark joke of tonight.
that was
Those
a
are
good
the
one.
best jokes. Let's be honest.
See, there she is. Hi.
Hi.
Oh, I thought you were done.
Gregory-
Oh, no, it's Blabs again.
Gregory Liber for 2. Thank you. Disparu. Whoa.
Ooh, Gregory liked
Look.
this Disparu.
Well, some people say I'm catty, other people just say I'm English. This is the whole point. It's kind of what we're good at.
He's
Insulting
Well.
people.
Stash Baru. He got a new name
Nope.
tonight. Stash Baru.
Well.
The English have always enjoyed, like, even our press do it, and I think it's probably why we're like self-deprecating humor is we're very
what?
attuned to if someone's too big for the boots, you need to be dragged down a peg or two, and so
It's
we
my
just got
turn
great
for
at
what?
insults.
The Cheyenne. I don't know. Know that.
The Shire.
The Shire, right?
Everybody wants to live in the Shire.
Oh yeah. Mhm.
Oh yeah, super chats. Mark of Reality, thank you for another 10, Mark. If Disparu comes to the US,
People are
I
just
think
putting
South-
really dark jokes in chat. I'm a bit distracted.
no.
I saw one
It
about
just-
Diana.
If Disparu comes to the US, I think South Dakota fits his
I've been to the
descriptive
US.
preferences. I think he means if you move. Plus, no income tax. I've even heard that the weather is comparable to England. Well, there you go.
What,
Take
cold
note.
and wet? That's always an advantage.
Old and wet.
Just like the
a-
women. So,
Damn.
Will you read this one, Disparu?
frigid. So Gregory Lieber for $2. No, Disparu's just a sassy batch. Correct.
You know what word I always
But-
loved hearing, but only like the British people say? When they're
Hmm.
describing someone's personality as being a bit cold, they say frosty.
Oh yeah, we have a lot of. My favorite insult
You don't
ever was from the royal family, where what was the name? You
Elizabeth.
have Harry and Meghan, right? So they were having a big thing. They kept attacking them all the time, and they kept coming. They came out with some big story, and it was just the Queen came out with this statement, and it was she says these things, but I think you'll find that what was it? It was something like recollections. I'm gonna get I don't want to crucify it, so I'm gonna get the Queen's actual statement.
Oh, here we go. We're searching up the Queen.
Here we
Yeah,
go.
so I'll
Too
need someone
moldy.
I'll need someone to vamp for a second.
It's always
Ew, did you
Maine
say it's
moldy.
all moldy?
No, I was reading this. There's always Maine. Mold. Is it moldy
Oh,
in Maine? I
I thought you were talking about the Queen. I'm like, ew, wicked. Have some
no.
respect.
I didn't.
She
I
she
mean,
just goes
too soon.
she just goes, Harry, Meghan, and Archie will always be loved family members, but some recollections may vary. That is the best way of calling someone a lying cow I've ever read. Like it's there's a certain way of being incredibly polite but also savage at the same time, and I think that was the best one.
She was pretty savage, that woman. Like,
Because you never. This is the whole thing. It's what Spock realized in Star Trek, that if you actually don't emote, when you just raise an eyebrow, it suddenly becomes really more impactful. And it was the same thing with her. If you don't say something, when you suddenly go, recollections may vary, it actually comes to like, it's the equivalent of someone else screaming at her that she's a lying cow. And that, I think the British do that well. It's kind of understated insults.
Anyway, I just like the word frosty. When she's like, she's behaving a bit frosty today. It's like,
Mhm.
oh, usually we just say bitchy, but frosty works. I like that. It's a little bit more classy way of saying it.
Yes.
She's frosty
Yes.
today.
Yes, quite so.
Indeed.
Indubitably,
okay.
dear Watson.
Are we still vamping?
I don't know. I'm done.
All right. George A.
Better than
Petrowski
finagling.
Jr. for $4.99. Thank you. Hey, Disparu, are they making a big deal in the news about the baseball games? My favorite team is playing the Phillies.
I don't know if this is a joke or whether it's a serious question.
I don't think Disparu knows much about.
And whichever it is, I don't know why you're aiming it at me. Is the kind of
You're
we
the
don't
guy
ha-
on the street.
no, but we don't have baseball in England
Mm,
because we have men's sports.
wow.
We actually call baseball rounders over here. It's for little girls. Only little girls in
Dang.
school play it. No, this is what I actually really like this about America, right? You kind of saw the rest of the world and went, okay, they all play all these sports. We're just going to invent our own, and then we're just going to play
Baseball
them,
was
so we always
invented
win.
by Canadians.
America has always won every Super Bowl because no one else plays the sport.
Oh, I think football's stupid, so.
It's not
I like
football, though, is it?
football.
That's the point. Like, they
American
saw
Yeah.
football that the rest of the world was playing and went, no, we can't compete in that. But if we come up with our own football, we'll definitely win.
Tunberry Master for 50. Thank you. How about that cricket game, Disparu?
Okay, now we're into a different thing of British sports, admittedly. Something which the Australians are better at us than. Although I think Lethal was like, no, the British have won all the stuff. I don't follow cricket. Cricket is essentially a good, relaxing sport to sit around, watch it, and get absolutely pissed so that by the end of it, you don't know what the result is. But also, does anyone look at me and go, that's a guy who's into sport? I don't think
Depends
so.
on the
Maybe.
sport.
Yeah.
If it has anything to do with USB, you're the
Yeah,
guy.
and adjusting microphones.
Maybe like
then
taking the
he's
piss
all
or
in,
drinking
guys.
milk or something.
He's training
Nope,
squirrels.
nobody looks
to
at me and
play,
goes, that's the kind of
cricket in
guy
the
who runs
backyard."
around a lot.
Cricket was invented for women, I think, Ian says. I've never played
No, it
cricket
wasn't.
before.
It was, we invented football, which is inflated pig's bladder. I don't think cricket was invented for women, although, I don't know. I doubt it. I don't think anything was invented for women, except bras.
And handbags.
Old Renaissance boomer for $4.99. Thank
I don't
you.
know who
The best
invented the handbag.
pronunciation is how the British
Well, it
say
was a woman.
Jaguar. Really appropriate for Jaguar owners because that car shows what a jag you are. How do you pronounce Jaguar?
A jaguar.
Jaguar.
Yeah, Americans have always said jaguar really weird.
We
Like,
don't say
where-
that. That's
No,
not
no,
how
no.
you
Loads-
say
I've
Jaguar.
heard loads of Americans go jaguar.
Jaguar.
It's
Jaguar.
a jaguar.
Jaguar.
It's a jaguar.
Why is he
True.
doing the jugular?
Oh, women. Okay, Ian, calm down. I just got that. Fair enough.
Calm down. I should have had just reread that one. Darn
No,
it.
like, look, the Scottish are so camp that the rest of the year they're like, yeah, we're just gonna wear skirts, but somehow we're gonna have to make up for our own masculinity, and so they just decide to once a year toss a tree. I'm like, you can't like bottle up your masculinity into one day and then just have a Scottish Games and make up for it. That's not how it works. Oh, look, I wore a skirt for 364 days of the year. Better toss a tree trunk. No.
Darth Racer 777. Thank you for the 10. Play the video of that British girl
Yeah,
complaining
I've
about the
seen
cost of
that.
ice cream. I never seen that.
I've never seen that.
Yeah, it was all over Instagram.
I don't even know what video you mean. Oh.
See? Yeah, he's right.
See?
Jaguar.
based is rude. How come every week this turns into a war between me and Ian?
It does. I know
Poor
when Ian's not
Ian.
here, it's
Yeah,
It's-
it's a completely. That's the thing. It's an
a
entirely
different show
unfair
when Ian's not
scenario.
Higher in
like
the blue.
we have him on like 1 week, and it's just like he just annihilates me.
He does, and he loves it. He's like,
Except
please.
no one can
be
understand
meaner
him though
to
because
me."
he's got a Scottish accent.
Yeah, he types in Scottish. What are you
I'm
saying?
the only
Ian?
one that knows.
Wait, is Ian Scottish?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yes.
I thought
that's
you
why
were
he wears
saying-
skirts.
I never
He wears
saw him wear
kilts.
a kilt before.
kilt. The way she said that.
Look, him and QC Gaspar
Well,
are like best
Wicked
friends.
said Celt, and I was like, ah.
I said kilt. That's my
He is a Celt as well. He's just a Celt in a kilt.
Why is hat pronounced like cat, but can't is pronounced like ant? What? Just reread this. It's for you. Thank you. We remember.
Around the blue for 5 months. Disparu, why is hat pronounced like cat, but can't is pronounced like aren't?
Yeah, Disparu.
Well, because can't is cannot.
Yeah,
It's an
smarty
entirely
pants.
different word with a different...
Disparu's
There
like
are
the one
better
is like
ways. The best one is like, what is it? Which is which, or though, through, and throw.
or live and live.
Yeah, well, I had a massive problem with that. There was a big
The
advertisement
chat's
billboard on
attacking
Walnut
Disparu
Street,
now.
and it just said,
Mhm.
live at the Apollo. So I tried to move in. They're like, no, we're a theatre, mate. You can't do that. It's like, but you got a big advertisement outside. It's like,
Oh
no, it's
gosh.
Market reality for 2. So where is
I was going to
the
continue with that on until she
WNBA
got it, so I'm glad
popular?
it was quick.
I got it right away.
Yeah, I was like, this could... I really don't want to explain this longer than the punchline.
Is it popular in Canada? Serious question.
Doubt.
I
Dude,
think
who
it's popular,
actually watches the WNBA? And most of it is just
Probably
on
that
Twitter
one
and
woman that
they're
got
all
eaten by a
fighting.
bear.
They're always fighting.
She was a big
too.
fan. It's a massive hit to their audience base. We've gone down by 50%. This is horrific.
So has anybody here in the chat, but also on obviously the panel, are you into the Alien movies, and have you seen the trailer for Romulus?
I have not seen a single Alien movie, and I don't care about this one.
Well, this is the
either.
thing. I saw the trailer. I liked
Did
the
you think
trailer.
it looked good, right?
Well, I like the
trailer.
trailer, but I don't like Alien movies. Is my issue.
I love the Alien movies.
I'm
so
a
I'm
Predator
excited.
person.
Yeah.
Even in Alien versus Predator, I don't know how. I think this is pretty controversial. I actually like the first Alien versus Predator movie, but I like it because it's very clearly a Predator movie.
Yeah.
Then the second one is very much an Alien movie, and I think it ruins it. And
I
the
love
thing
the
is, I watched the Alien.
movies.
I watched them a long time ago.
Yeah, and they're long too. Well, the first
Don't
one.
like the first one. I've seen that multiple
No?
times. Don't like it. I think I've seen the second one, but I can't really remember it. And then there's one where she's a clone of herself. Spoilers. It's an old movie. But I've seen that where she's like pregnant with an alien, and that was awful. And I don't think
I
I've
like
seen
the
rest.
first two. And I think, but the thing is, how many times have we seen a good trailer and then it actually ends up being crap? So I'm like, the trailer looks good.
I also
I'm
saw
gonna
the
go
one with the
see
white
this-
aliens, and that was awful. So every alien movie I've seen, I didn't like.
Was that Prometheus?
Yeah,
don't-
yeah, the first
Yeah, that
one
one-
of.
I only
Because I
liked-
think
I
this
only
is the
liked the first
third one,
two.
and I saw the first one, not the second.
I like the first two. So I'm
You like Prometheus? I thought that
no,
was
no, no.
awful.
The first two Alien movies. I don't like Prometheus.
Oh.
I like the first two Alien movies.
Let's think, because these are a new trilogy, I think, in a separate timeline, but I could be wrong.
Yeah. I'm gonna go see Romulus in theaters because I want to I like that movie. Definitely seems like something you should see in the theater with the surround sound and stuff. And I'm an Aliens fan, so I'm gonna go see it. But I'm not going in with like, oh, this is gonna be great. I'm going in. The trailer looks good. Fingers crossed. Basically, I don't go to the theater that much to see stuff because it's far from me.
Yeah.
So I have to.
I am going to see Bad Boys 4, though.
There is a TV show that's also coming out, but it's not Romulus.
There's not going to be an Alien TV show, sure.
There is. Yeah, look it up. There's an alien. I'm not sure
How?
about that.
How do you make 8 hours of television of, ooh, is there something in the fence?
Well, it's I covered this like a while ago on Wicked's World. They were recording it like during the strike and everything, and they were in.
I'm not
where was it? I
surprised. It
can't
takes
remember.
like one actress. I could probably film one in my own
Well,
house.
they filmed it so like outside of the like where it was like they could do it for like different roles during the strike, and they hired like extras that were living in the country that they were in. Like I forget where it is.
Oh, yeah, like America struck, but like in the UK, if
Yeah.
you didn't have American people, it was fine. Like the rest of the
Yeah,
world was okay.
exactly. That's what it was. But yeah, it's I don't know. I think it looks pretty good. If you got, I won't pull up the trailer since not that many people seem to be interested in Alien.
It's
but
an
if
interesting thing, actually, with the Acolyte. They had 3% of their subscribers watch the Acolyte, but in the WGA strike, to qualify as a successful TV show and get the writer's bonus, you need 20%. If anyone wanted a
Okay.
a universal, unbiased metric as to what was a successful TV show. The WGA kind of defined it, and this is about a fifth of that. In fact, Doctor Who, they're like, this is the biggest Disney Plus show. Doctor Who beat it in terrestrial numbers in a country of 70 million, as opposed to Disney Plus, which has hundreds, or over 100 million subscribers.
Wow.
Bigger subscriber base, less viewers. Congratulations.
How does that happen? So everyone's just shilling out money, but then they don't even use the service?
Americans don't care about Doctor Who. Like, at least
They're
this
just
Doctor
watching
Who.
other stuff then. Okay.
Well, yeah, I mean, because this was live viewership as well, so it's like overnight on TV, and they're like, well, you want a subscription service? No, we have the license fee, so we still have to pay for it and stuff. But obviously, Doctor Who means more to the UK than it does to America.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Understood.
Look, have you ever watched Doctor Who?
No, I never got into it. I probably could if I tried. I'd have to pick the right
no, you
season,
would.
though.
You would
Yeah,
like
if
Matt
you-
Smith episode, like the first episode.
I
season 5.
would start with Eccleston, and then go through Tennant and then Matt Smith.
I couldn't even finish Eccleston. Fun fact, I got
Really?
so annoyed
I mean-
that Lost Dalek episode. I was like, I hate this, and I just ended up
Which one was
skipping
the
the
doc-
rest of it,
No, was the Lost Dalek the one where they were in unit, or whatever it was called
or
at the
something
time?
like that. And there was
Like,
this
why don't
one-
you just die? That one.
some like that. Like I didn't even know who really Jack was. I don't think until the very end. I watched
Well,
the
Captain
last
Jack was
episode.
introduced. Yeah, he was introduced earlier.
Yeah, I could.
The
I
Are
don't,
You My
I
Mummy
don't-
episode.
Oh yeah, yeah.
And
so,
Captain Jack wasn't in the Dalek episode, I don't think.
yeah, so like I didn't really know all that much of him because I only saw him like a couple episodes here and there, and then he was in the finale, and then Rose and 9 Kiss.
I thought the
and then-
finale was great. The whole
I
Bad
don't
Wolf
even.
conclusion.
I was so confused because I missed half like a good like
See, now the
3
interesting
episodes
thing
or
is-
whatever.
Well, don't miss episodes. I, mean,
I skipped them.
that
I
seems pretty
skipped
basic.
them. Well, I mean, I missed what was going on, and then I just watched all of Tennant. I watched all of Smith, and I watched all of Capaldi's, and you could tell like, during Capaldi's, I was like, yeah.
The
and then
reason
like Bill
Eccles-
was like, oh, I'm a lesbian. every
Oh,
2
yeah. By the
seconds.
time you get to Bill, yeah, that's a struggle. But the reason you start with Eccleston is because that was the start of like the reboot. So
Yeah, I
it's,
know.
it's meant for people that have absolutely no idea about it. It starts.
Although
fresh
you
with
honestly
everything.
could just jump in with 11 too, and it'd be completely.
You could start in with Tennant, but you also miss a lot of the development of Rose. And
Well,
I
that's what I'm
think
saying. 11. Matt Smith.
Well, say the name. Oh no.
Yeah, you could. You could literally just jump in.
Well, I mean,
season
you could
5,
if you-
episode 1, and just you get to
You,
go.
you could if you have the. Anyway,
What?
I was
have a
like, how can I
fan.
phrase this without being offensive? And then I realized there's no way I can phrase this without being offensive, so I just gave up.
Okay.
Okay.
Well, the problem I have with Matt Smith is I think he's just a doctor for children. It's from the first start. I think it's a very childish
He
episode.
is a childish doctor, yeah, but that's
Some people
I
really
mean, you
liked
could just
him.
jump in.
Well, there are times that I like him. They're all where he sends the aliens away, and then he's like, "No, come back. This channel is protected. Now run." I like the. I always like the
He can be
darker angle to
scary.
the Doctor.
Yeah.
Well, that's what I liked. I liked
Yeah.
the. I'm basically a god. I'm the most powerful being in this universe. You should be afraid of me. Like I will give you one chance, and then you will all die. I like that angle of him. So I really liked the Tennant attitude of basically
I don't know, it
I
kind
am the
of felt
Time Lord,
like a fairy tale with Amy.
the
and all
Time
that.
Lord victorious. I'm like, yeah, and then it's like, no, we have to cut it down. I'm like, no, come on, make him rule the universe. It'd be amazing. So no, I am very much like the Emperor must rule.
I'm sorry. I'm glad that I looked at Twitter because I normally don't check until after stream. Bebop has made some memes.
I've seen them.
I will say with chat, Capaldi, I will put him in the running for the best Doctor, but he had the worst material. And it's very hard to say.
He was so
But
dedicated.
I think he could
for
be.
it. Mhm.
If you watch the thick of it, he's easily a high enough caliber actor, and he was really interested in Doctor Who. That
Yeah,
I think
he was a
definitely
huge
could have
fan
reached
since he was a
it.
kid and everything. Yeah.
Yeah, if he'd been any of the first 3, if he'd had their scripts, he probably would have been the best Doctor. But it's
Oh, yeah.
difficult for me to think of him in a different
He
position. than
had
I
Bill,
do.
like, which was awful. Every other episode.
Oh,
I'm
yeah,
a
yeah.
lesbian and I serve fries or chips, I should say.
Yeah,
Oh, I
and-
serve chips. Oh, my girlfriend turned into a puddle, but I still love her.
And his stories weren't of the same caliber of
And you guys
as,
want
like,
me to
the
watch
original
this?
ones. The thing is, though,
Not that season. That was awful. The girlfriend literally turns into a puddle, and then
But-
she becomes like some type of thing, and then Bill kisses her puddle girlfriend.
yeah.
Sounds
But
deep.
I didn't appreciate Matt Smith until House of the Dragon came along because I hated Matt Smith. I thought no.
What do you mean? You see his ass cheeks in The Crown season 1. It was great.
Okay, so now you can write an essay about how you actually not objectify him, and we could have
Definitely
like
not
Fritz has gone
objectifying
feral.
him.
Yeah, they're like, no, I just
Totally
am.
not.
It's fine. But yeah, I didn't like him until he hit House of the Dragon. Like every scene that he's in, I think is amazing. Everything scene he isn't, I think is shit. So I suddenly realized that he's a great actor, and he was probably just given the wrong caliber of scripts. I would have preferred to see Matt as a darker Doctor.
Well,
I think
remember,
that would've
Matt
been great.
Smith was going to be in Star Wars. He was
Mm.
some. Was he like?
I
Baby
think he's
Palpatine or
better than
whatever?
the current crop of Star Wars.
Yeah, I'm glad he wasn't in it after all. Huh?
Yeah.
Saved his skin.
Whenever someone comes on, I'm happy for Disparu and other people that watch Doctor Who come on the show. I just zone out because I don't know anything about Doctor Who, but I'm happy because Disparu gets to nerd out with somebody else.
She's like, I'm happy because you
Yeah.
guys are happy.
Yeah, I'm just happy that you guys are happy. Also,
Yeah, she just wants him in like Dead by Daylight. I don't even know what this is from.
that's so Raven.
Dude,
never
that's
even
what
heard of
was
that.
great.
I've never even heard of that television show before.
God,
What do you mean? With Raven?
that's so Raven.
I don't know
That's
who
like-
Raven is.
No, no,
I
no,
don't even
you
know
know,
what this is
no,
meant
no,
to be.
you
See
know.
into the future. Yeah.
No, he
Well, I-
knows
I
because
can
we talked
kind of-
about Raven last week. She's the one that said they wanted to make Raven gay because she was gay, and she's like, no, that doesn't make sense. Raven's not gay. We talked about it last week, and I showed a picture. You're like, oh, I remember seeing that. Like not the show, but you remember like when it was around. You know,
Yeah, Raven
show-
seems to have some type of like wake up moments.
yeah. Which
Like
when we
there's
have
that thing
something
with
else-
Oprah Winfrey. Oh my
Well,
god.
hey, that is a great cut, actually. That looks remarkably similar. I could be her. That could be me.
That's me.
Well, that could be me as well.
This
I
room's
guess,
like,
I guess
dang,
I am.
look-
I
Yeah,
am
it's like
female.
I could have a
Disparu.
crowd of horns.
This room's like, dang, I look real good here.
Yeah, I look really good here.
Blabs.
No,
yeah,
it's me.
that's why he looks good. Me, guys.
Hold on. I
Listen,
got.
I could just be male Disparu, a female Disparu.
There's another one, but I gotta turn on the sound for this. What is this? I'm scared.
There are some weird people where you look at them and you're like, no, you are just the female version of that one.
Apparently,
For instance-
I'm Xray girl's husband, so it's fine.
No,
Hold on.
if
Oh
you look
God,
at
that was.
That was
what is it?
awful.
Is it?
You guys looked way too related. Like that was weird. It's weird.
It really
Simply.
is. Is it Ben Shapiro and Brett Cooper?
Oh
are
my god,
basically
they could be
just the same as each
siblings.
other.
Yeah.
They're not. Yeah, I thought that they were. I don't really.
No,
Anyways,
they could be the same person. That could be just one of them switching.
Yeah.
And look, until I see them in the same room
Bennett.
at the same time.
There's sound to this. So hold on.
Going nuts.
Whole milk.
Going nuts.
Whole milk.
Whole milk.
Nuts.
Nuts.
This is why you don't go close to the microphone, Blabs. People will clip it.
Whole milk.
I can't even remember why you just suddenly went nuts. It's
I
like,
can't remember
what?
either. I think we were talking about walnuts, weren't we?
Oh no, it was the Halo clip. What you like? Nuts.
Oh, right.
It's like
Nuts.
it's one of my favorite clips. I use it all the time.
Mm.
Oh, let me look up That's So Raven for Disparu. He just
I
forgot.
can't believe you've not seen that, so Raven.
I also don't care. You know, there's a
He
difference.
knows because
I've said
we
this
pulled up
before.
that clip of Raven talking about like the Disney wanting to make her character
No, but
gay, and she was like,
I've
no.
said before, my memory is selective. Like I will learn stuff, or even in school and stuff. We'd have an exam. I would cram the day before the exam. I'd go into the exam. The moment I left that exam hall, I forgot everything. It's the way I've always been.
It's the same picture that was used.
I don't think it was that picture that I remember.
It was
but
but this is the one that was used for.
no,
Yeah,
but
she was. Now I got the theme song.
I
stuck in my
think
head.
it was one. Yeah, she had like curly hair. Like I think I remembered the exact screenshot that was shown whenever it was last time.
Yeah.
But yeah, I've always been a my brain just deletes things which I don't find funny or interesting or useful. So the moment the
Solid.
stream's over, I'm like, I don't know. What's been
I
said?
don't know what happened. I just said my.
This is why I've
piece.
learned
What
to
did I
just
do
trust
for the last
past
2
me.
hours?
I was like, past me probably thought about it at the time, so I'll just trust whatever I said.
Yeah. There you go. Anyway,
I've just read, did Disparu say that cows have 6 nipples? I was like, yeah, I thought they did. Is it 6 or 8? Like,
Four.
they have-
They have 4 teeth.
Why did
I
Blab
thought they
sound
had
like so
more.
offended when she said that?
well, she lives on a farm. I
I've
don't.
pulled
No, I know.
titties before.
No, but it's
That's
just the way
why.
she was like.
Haven't we all?
Way to go. What a boy, champ.
Here we go, Disparu.
Stud.
Well, no, I mean, because what I was thinking of when I think I said it, because I've very recently watched Clarkson's Farm. Now, he had pigs, admittedly, but pigs had like loads of them. Pigs had like 8 because they have loads of kids. And it basically said, like, the more kids you have,
Kids
the
are
more nipples
goats.
you have.
You
No. I meant as in children. I was using slang.
Alright.
Oh! We're not, I'm not going to describe what a pig's utensil is to you either. So it was, that was the thing that taught me that basically the more kids that you have, the more nipples you have. So I just kind of thought that cows would be similar to pigs. Like if pigs have 8, maybe cows have 6.
How
How am I supposed to know? I've never... Look, I think it's weird the first person that found out you could drink milk in the first place. Like, what did he think he was doing at the time? He was just like, oh, they're having a bang on that. I think I'll give that a try. It's
Well,
weird.
maybe he saw the little cow drinking from it and
Yes.
was like, get me some of that too.
And that's a little bit weird. That's very weird.
A little bit.
Mhm.
Egg
Think about
roll's
it long
here. What's up,
Hi.
egg roll? You gotta say egg
Nip, nip.
roll.
There's no way egg roll is like, oh no, I know how many a cow has. I mean, he just happens to live on a farm.
Why? Because he's Asian.
Yeah, he's
doesn't
probably
know.
never even seen a cow. He's just got rice fields around him.
Dear Lord.
Walks outside onto the beach, picks up a
Dear Lord.
fish.
Anyway, yes, their chat.
This
cows
is why
are
stereotypes are useful.
Or teats.
I mean,
Oh, we should call them teats. Yeah, that's probably way better. We got 6 teats.
oh no. Mark,
Wait, I
thank you
gave
for-
an example of someone that thought a cow was a sheep, but because I don't know their exact biology, apparently
right.
I'm the bad guy.
You are the bad guy. I bet
See,
you-
it's like just Bruce telling the truth.
It's fine.
The only thing I eat is rice and salmon.
I love the
And,
first
and what a
time-
glorious life that sounds like,
I
actually.
want cereal now.
That's
and
less
milk.
of a dig and more of me being jealous, actually.
This brew makes you want milk.
Yeah, I want cereal
Yeah.
and
You
milk.
got milk? No. Well, poor
Well,
you.
Don't
in
get
the
this
hallway,
started
actually.
on milk.
No.
Oh, he moved
It's
it. When he
moved.
left, he moved it.
Yeah.
Like
I
a weeping
moved it.
angel. You look behind, you look away, and
Yeah.
it moves on you.
I turned the camera off and you couldn't see me for a few seconds.
He went and got his hall milk, which is now desk milk, and it is not warm.
No, it's still cold. Like, well, it's cold considering my skin, so it must be cold. That's how that works.
Compared to your skin. you
It's
mean.
colder than me,
Frosty.
like most English women. So,
Rhino's
Frosty.
here.
Hi,
Hey,
Rhino.
Rhino. According to Meet the Parents, you can milk a cat. Disparu would probably try.
I imagine you can milk a cat. I don't know why you wouldn't be able to. The thing I get confused about is like
But
an
they're like-
almond.
I
I don't know
gotta
how
do
you
the
milk an
Xray again.
almond.
They're like
there is,
this big.
well, yeah, there is no little
Trace
almond
back.
titties.
What?
How'd you milk an almond?
You don't. It's not even milk, but they want to call it milk. As long as you get up at 4 a.m, you start pulling almond titties. It doesn't. It's not a
I
thing.
think you do. I think you must do.
No.
That's the question we need to answer. It's not can you milk an almond, it's what you have to do to an almond in order to milk it.
Anyway,
What do you have to show it?
let's move on, shall we?
All right. Mark, thank
Just
you
to
for
show
the
it like
10.
walnuts. So,
I forgot to click it. The last alien movie I went to, we saw the couple in the shower together. Then the alien attacked and killed them both. Then everybody burst into laughter and started leaving the theater. Really? Which movie was that? I haven't seen all of the alien movies. I just like the first 2, and I didn't like Prometheus. I seen that. So I don't know what you're talking about, unless it just is escaped my mind. That I'm guessing that was like Resurrection or something. I've seen parts of all of them, but like I've only watched the first 2 in full.
I've
Uh,
not seen any of them, so I'm
They're
used.
good. They're good. Ripley is a
I bet you
wonderfully
this one went to
written
go get his
female
milk. More of it. But how could you get more of it? It was right next to him, so.
He needs to have two. He could run out.
Two hands. Or...
Two hands. Double fisting. Sorry. Yeah, I don't know.
Yeah,
They have to
pretty
like grind almonds or something, right? To that
They
was
probably put in a
confident. Thank you.
processor.
Something like
make
that.
it
They like
really
blend it or
fine.
something.
You add water to it. It's like, oh, it's milk, guys. Is it though? Is it? No, it's not.
Proto. That's how all horror movies are. Like, well, not all, but the old ones. You know what I mean? It's like a girl's like going.
Wait,
to,
no,
like,
it says having sex in the shower can be deadly without aliens.
with you could slip.
Yeah.
Yeah, but no, that just made me think of like the old slasher films, right? Like when you're
So,
going, you're
well,
being
I guess
you get naked and you get killed.
Roto's about to install handles inside the shower so you can't have any
Make this
accidents.
safe. Here you go.
I'm back.
She's back. What was I gonna bring up?
You were
Oh,
looking up the girl about the ice cream cone.
Oh yeah.
Do you know what that is? Do you want me to find it for you? Does I know what it is?
Yeah, we'll both look. Whoever gets it first, you probably get it first. Ice cream.
Who's gonna come first? What?
Oh my god. Nobody.
Oh.
Look up the British girl. Oh, British rants about price of ice cream. I got it.
Yeah, I was gonna say I have it right here, but never mind. That's fine. That's fine. It's cool. Whatever. bro.
Oh, it's a little girl. Okay, here. It's a news thing, but there she is. Okay. Hold on. Thanks for helping, Blabs. You're not supposed to work today. It's your day off. Okay.
Cream vendor.
So there's an ice cream van there selling just 2 ice creams with 2 chewing gums in it
Yeah.
for bloody £9 for 2 of them.
£9.
What?
Yeah, £9.
I'm with her. She should be offended.
One that comes on my street is either £1 a piece or £3. Like he's gonna get
That's
more.
disgusting.
No, he ain't, is it?
No, he ain't.
That's well bad, isn't
Yeah,
it?
he should know.
Yeah,
And he only does bloody car. Stood there,
I'm on her side.
bloody hell.
That's well.
There's no way.
All right.
I love how there's 2 of them.
Yeah.
She's a bloody hell. That's so cute. That seems like a lot. Even like $9 for 2
No, £9 for them is insane. We used to
How
call them
much is that?
We used to call them screwballs. They're like little plastic cones, and they'd have like a bubble gum ball at the bottom with
I
ice
kept
cream at
thinking
the
she
top.
was saying squirrel. This makes so much more sense now.
I don't know if she did say screwball. I just heard her say ice cream with bubble gum at the bottom, which is a screwball. Yeah, it's like a little. It's like a little
Right.
cone. It's about the size of your hand. Like $4.50 each for that is like insane.
What's the currency translation?
I mean, my favorite thing is we have ice creams called 99s, which are like
9
an edible cone with ice cream in, and then like a
$11
flake in the top.
and 43 cents.
No,
ice
it's insane.
cream?
Yeah. Well,
I'm
it's
with
like
her.
it's
I'm with
yeah.
her
That's why
too.
when she said it, I'm like, of course, I'd be disgusted. It's
That's
like in
funny.
Doctor Who when they give her a Coke and they say it's £5. I'm like, that's bizarre, and she brings it up, and they never mention it ever again. It's like, no, any person in the entire country realizes that's weird, and so there must be a reason for it, but you never give a reason for it. So that's just bad script writing.
Well, now we know.
I mean, it could have been in London. I mean, there everyone's a lunatic, so we should basically wall it off. I'd wall off the entire South.
I mean, I've heard some bad stuff about London.
Ian would
so
probably
I'm
agree with me on this one, actually. Like, we just
Yeah, I've
wall
heard
off the
it's just
South.
Sometimes you guys come
Like, we've got
together and
Hadrian's
agree.
Wall. If we just take Hadrian's Wall and, like, move it down to the south and then build it, like, 20 foot higher, probably work. I will
Alright.
unify with the Scottish and others and fend off London. And Birmingham.
Right.
And Manchester.
Yeah.
Anyway,
Yeah.
Look, I'm just planning on conquering the country. It's fine.
Disparu's taking over, and his army's gonna be a bunch of squirrels.
Yeah, I'm playing medieval
Squirrels.
Total War.
Promising them all the walnuts.
Yeah, this is the thing. The squirrel army will dominate one day.
Mhm.
That's it, because that's the great thing about squirrels. They know exactly where to go for. They know your weak spots. They're always after your nuts.
Dang, McFly, but we were all thinking it. It's okay.
Yeah, I said it. It's a cesspool now.
Yeah. Yeah.
To be fair, it always was. It always had Londoners in it.
There
yeah,
you go. You gotta vote.
Disparu.
Yeah, it's like he wins. It's like, well, first I've got to train the squirrel. I've got to train all the squirrels first.
The squirrels.
We will dominate the country with tails. We get the anime fans on our side. Let's be honest.
I think you walked away when I said this, but you're
They're just
Ace
interested in
Ventura
that bit.
in
Oh,
this
he's back?
he never left.
Let the tails.
He's been on his lap the whole time.
What
No,
was he doing
the
on your lap,
scene-
bud?
The scene
Well-
in Ace Ventura, poor Slosh, I'm not gonna have you do it, but as soon as you bring up
What?
As soon as you bring out the squirrel, Slosh or super chats
Where do you
again.
think
Don't
the
worry,
hand
we won't have
goes?
him read it again. But you opened it like you.
That's not what I was thinking he was doing with that thing on its lap.
It's not my fault you've got a
What?
dirty mind, you savage.
Am I wrong? That's what he
Slosher,
giggles.
thank you for the Canadian 5. Disparu is going to rebuild Hadrian's wall. and make this-
Hadrian's, you savage.
Hadrian's.
Jeez, I bet you microwave tea.
No, I don't. I
He's
showed
like,
you
I
my
bet you
wall.
drink
said it was,
your milk.
You
I
said
don't
it was
trust you.
nice. I showed you my clitoris.
Hadrian's wall is important. It's the best part of British
I'm not
heritage because it keeps the
British.
Scottish out.
Wow, why wouldn't you want to hang out with Ian and make he's going
Because
to
he wears the
rebuild
skirt.
it and make the Scottish pay for it? Poor Ian.
Red flag.
I don't know. I don't know how to say things. How am I?
can't
I know, you're American. It's okay. We expect you to be wrong.
I can't be mad that he says that because to Americans, I go, he's British.
That's why the
it's
camera
okay."
goes off.
Yeah. There you go.
I was going to facepalm myself and then realized I've got a squirrel on my hand.
Squirrel. Squirrel.
Oh no.
Yeah, he agrees.
He
Squirrel.
agrees. Look at that. Raider and Ian coming together. Oh, okay. Hold on. Disparu's having a moment with his squirrel.
Hey, all I'm saying is we can't say that. Like,
Is
you,
this
you
about to
think
become a
Ian's
puppeteer?
what? It's like
Is this the beginning of something
Yeah.
right now?
no.
Are we seeing the start of
I
this
feel like
being a
Ahmed's gonna
puppeteer?
have a competition
no,
soon.
Here you go. Read this.
This is the anti-Scottish club right here. It's me and a puppet.
Let
Darth Disparu and the stabby squirrel. Yeah, he needs like a little lightsaber. He
Thank
can
you,
grab
Mark.
it. He can grab hold of it. He can clap. It's like, "Hey!"
I'm pretty sure that
Look,
the
he's-
Squirrel's gonna have competition with Ahmed soon.
He's better than anything in the Acolyte. Well, look, to be fair, Ahmed is the kind of person where he's like, pay attention. I can only show you this once.
Oh, here you go. You can read this one, Disparu. It's a fun fact that you know, but I bet you I didn't know this until Kat
Hadrian's
told
Wall
me.
was made to control the Scottish, which wouldn't have been difficult. We could just put a fried Mars bar up there, well, a deep fried Mars bar, and everything
Ooh,
would have
that
been fine.
sounds amazing.
Sounds good.
Okay, you'd
Ah.
love Scotland. Scotland has fish and chip shops that will
We've
deep fry
already
anything.
established. We've already
No,
established. that I
it's a
like-
fish and chip shop, but they deep fry things, and so they will deep fry anything you bring in. So if you bring in a Mars bar, they'll deep fry it for you.
Mm.
If you bring in a packet of Oreos, they'll deep fry it for you. That kind
I've
of
had
thing.
deep fried Oreo before. It's really
They're
good.
pretty good. Yeah.
Well, I mean, look, there's a reason why.
Diabetes. I got the sugar. foot.
Diabetes. She
There's
got
a
that
reason
sugar
why
foot.
the Scottish have the highest heart disease numbers in the country.
Ah,
Yeah, it was made to control where the Scots crossed so the Romans could tax them, not to keep them out. Yeah, but you know, times change, evolution changes. They
And now
start
it's
wearing
keep them out,
skirts.
apparently. That's
We've got squirrel armies. I'm just saying, I think we
Speaking
have the
of-
manpower.
Dave Chandler. Thank you for the 2. General Disparu and the Squirrel Ninja Force. It sounds like a
Yeah.
cartoon. It sounds like a
This
cartoon.
is the whole thing. People are like, have you ever seen a ninja or a pirate? Oh, the ninjas would win because you've never. You can see a pirate, but you can't see a ninja. Yeah, but how many times have you seen a ninja squirrel?
Probably it
Chat's
is-
asking me if I had deep fried pickles before. Yes, they're really good.
Oh, they're good.
I really
That might
want
be the most
Mm.
disgusting idea I've ever heard in my life. And I'm even
It's
more
not
afraid that
me.
Wicked has actually had them as well, which means this is actually normal over there.
It is. But you know what?
So-
Disparu doesn't like food. He doesn't really like food.
He's British.
like-
He doesn't know what good food there is. He just pepper.
No, the
with
difference is that
peppers
we
and
have nice
spices.
food, and therefore we have taste buds, and so we taste the actual food that we're eating.
Dude,
Whereas you have to
literally,
cover your food in
isn't
loads of crap
England,
because your
like,
food is so
known-
awful, and you fried your taste
Isn't
buds.
England known for having terrible cuisine and everything?
Only by foreigners that don't know what food is. This is
You
the whole
look
You
point.
guys eat
The
bangers
re-
and
the re-
mash and all
the
this
re- the-
stuff.
Bangles and my
Yeah,
ass.
the reason why our food is great is because you taste the actual quality ingredients of it, whereas you just eat slop. Like, you literally get all of this
Ah,
stuff and just
stop.
pour it on and put curry in it and Tabasco sauce and stuff,
I don't
which is
do any of
literally
that
there
stuff.
to cover up the horrible taste of
Not
the food.
me. I'm
What is
superior.
delicious?
It's like the only reason people ever go at English food or British food is because it's so simple. But the reason it's simple is because the
X-Wing.
ingredients are their own taste. They're their own flavor.
Gray's not a food group.
Look, no one has ever asked an American for ideas about food.
What do you
Like,
mean?
I'm going to criticize food. It's like as I eat my pile of slop.
We don't eat slop. We eat food.
You do. Like, you literally have the Mexicans there to make you slop. You love their slop.
Well,
You actually invite
Crazy.
foreign slop into your country.
that sounds so terrible the way he said that. He's talking about food, but out of context.
Disparu on immigration.
I'm not American. It's fine.
Oh my god.
So, and back to you, Disparu. How do you feel about immigration?
Slop isn't food. This is the whole point. The reason why the food is simple is because the ingredients taste nice on their own. They don't need anything else. But obviously, if you put Tabasco sauce and various different other crap on because your ingredients taste horrible, you fry your taste buds and you can't taste it. Americans essentially have to be taken to some kind of anti-American, what do you call them? Like rehab centers?
Oh, there you go,
You
Disparu.
can actually go through a detox so that you can taste normal ingredients of food. And then you find out that actually the British food is amazing.
There you go. X-Wing's on your side now.
Well, British food is essentially like meat with some periphery.
Like
But
meat and potatoes.
The quality is the meat. It's the quality of the meat which is the
I know
amazing.
Disparu doesn't like potatoes.
Pies and things like that.
Well, potatoes aren't food. They're not even a food group.
How dare
They're
you?
they're just starch.
How dare
Mm.
you? Yeah. Leave
love
our potatoes
potatoes.
alone, bro.
I
Well,
love
potatoes
potatoes. Come on,
are only
you go
there
too
to
far.
fill
Please
your
don't
Potatoes
stomach
and onions.
because you can't afford the actual food.
Mm. No.
Leave
I
us
can't
alone with our
Why are you
potatoes, bro.
calling me poor? Okay.
Look, it's the Irish that are getting really offended right now, trust me.
Diddly potatoes. Anyway, yeah.
Sorry. Licking bacon or something like that for 5. Yes, the entire world is wrong about English food, and we eat slop, unlike the English himself who slathered perfectly good toast with baked beans.
To be
Thank you
fair,
for the
I
fact-
am with you on the baked bean argument, but
You're not
only
into
because
it.
the baked beans make the toast soggy, and I don't like soggy toast.
Yeah.
So if
fucking
you have
bread.
toast and baked beans, I'll be with you. Although, I think I've gone through the whole tin thing on this before. That is a problem. But yeah, putting the beans on the toast just makes the toast soggy. I
The
don't
milk
understand that.
thickens. Ew, if your milk is thickening, you got a problem.
Well, if you got thick milk, you just haven't drank it fast enough.
He chugs it, okay? So I actually believe Disparu that his
How
milk
fast do you
doesn't
think
get-
milk goes off? It's like, seriously.
And that's also a thing I know, like in England, you guys, a lot of people will leave things out that aren't going to spoil. Milk will eventually.
to be
but-
fair, maybe in the Victorian times before the invention of the fridge. It's just
don't
because,
you guys
like,
leave
my fridge
eggs
is
out
over
and stuff?
there, I'm over here, so my milk is with me, and I drink it before it goes back over there. So it's more like if I sit at this desk for 8 hours, the milk is gone within the 8 hours. It's not going to go off in 8 hours.
You drink a whole thing of milk a day?
Yeah.
Yeah.
He loves milk.
Strong bones.
White.
That's because I'm a man.
I'm sorry, I just read the title of like your name. White girl hoeing for one thing.
Well, I see
the
you've been
ice
to Essex before.
The ice cream twins are Disparu's daughters. Yeah. Bloody
No,
hell,
to be
I'm
fair,
not
that was
saying
disgusting. Like I was offended as they are. I mean, I can't believe he's done that.
Mm-hmm.
I was like, this is a
Chugging
pointless
that
clip
milk.
until I heard him say it, and they were like, no, I'm on their side, actually. I'm with them. In fact, they've had a good upbringing to be that offended about the price. That's actually a good point. They were clearly trusted with enough money and stuff early on that they actually had a value of it. It wasn't like, well, Mum, can you just buy it as anyway? It was, no, they were offended at the price, which means they've understood the value of money early, which is a good thing.
Yeah, that is. They won't be wasteful. It's actually smart to teach your kids the value of $1 while they're young.
I remember I read online a story. This guy had moved to, I think it was the Philippines. Now, in the Philippines, you can't own property, but his wife was Filipino, and so it was all in her name and stuff. But because he couldn't speak it right, she used to negotiate all the prices, because if they saw like a Westerner, they would just increase them all, because like, well, Westerner, he must have money, which, to be fair, compared to them, he did. So they got on like this public transport bus thing, and he says suddenly, and I couldn't speak the language. She got incredibly offended. She started like screaming at this guy, and in the end, she's like, "No, we're getting off," and put him off. And she told him afterwards, and she was like, "He was charging this much for it. There was no way I was going to spend that. This is horrific." And apparently, he'd like increased the price about 10 times, and then said, "We'll split it between us." So like, I'll take half, you'll take, because he thought she was like screwing him out of his money, kind of thing. And she got offended, so she got off. And then he said, "I added up how much
He keeps
money it
saying
was."
got off. Has anyone else keep hearing that over and over and over again?
Apparently, it was like 40p that he was charging, and she got that annoyed over like 20p worth of price increase. And he was like, "That's when I knew I should marry this woman." It was like the best thing ever. Someone that's not the gold digger.
He only got off on Squirrel.
Oh my God! What?
It's not my fault. Blabs has a
You're
dirty
not
mind,
making
so
us
that's on
look
her.
good. Not making us look good. Ian,
Look,
thank you
he
for
likes
the
Star Wars.
50.
He only eats like blue things.
He doesn't
Yeah.
like it anymore.
It's only the blue food coloring. I
He
don't
doesn't
know.
like you either.
The-
I thought you were doing a Star Wars reference.
Doesn't
The
like
first
you
time-
either.
The first time I ever saw X-Wing was on Drunk 3PO's channel when they were reviewing, I think it was Kenobi at the time, and he liked Kenobi at the start. And I watched that guy's world get destroyed
Crumbled.
week by week as they came in for every review.
Disparu likes to
He
watch
was so
people
like
suffer.
wide-eyed and bushy-tailed and enjoying the world. No,
He
I
was
think
like
it
a
can get better.
squirrel.
Star Wars is going to be amazing at the start, and then by the end, it was like watching a guy get depressed live
Aw.
Poor X.
Yeah, I
over
get
the
that.
course
I mean,
of Kenobi.
that's
And
when
Drunk
I
gonna
gave
like
up
see
on
what I
Star
made. He's
Wars.
like, yeah.
Kenobi is when I gave up on Star Wars, so makes sense. Ian, thank you for that 50 pounds. Proper money. I love that I didn't say it that mean that time. I love that we could argue about food when 90% of us probably had the same thing for dinner.
I had quiche and a pork pie.
Yeah, we didn't have the same thing. But
No.
Ryan,
No,
does
we
someone say Star Wars?
I was gonna no. When you said it, I was gonna say Raging Rhino appears. I didn't know he was actually in the chat.
Disparu gained a freckle every time my heart shrunk a size watching Kenobi.
Yeah. I thrived off his pain and misery, like any true Englishman.
I had
The
ravioli
more the world
for
gets
dinner.
depressed, the more we
What did you
survive.
have?
It's like, yeah, you would have been better over our rule.
What did you have, Blabs? I had
I
ravioli.
actually had a
with meat
hot dog
sauce.
for like the first time in months.
Wow, I haven't had a hot dog in
I've
forever.
not had a hot dog in years.
How many
Let's all have
ages?
hot dogs next week. Let's get to. We'll set it up.
I think I've only ever had a hot dog out of like a dodgy van on the side of a street.
Okay.
It's like street food.
I don't know how we respond to that one.
We just got quiet.
Well, nowhere really sells hot dog. Like, you can't go to a restaurant or whatever and order a hot dog. You can't go to a pub and order a hot dog.
Not
I've never
really,
cooked
yeah.
hot dogs on my own. And so it's like burger van kind of material.
X-Wing says that wasn't a hot dog, bro.
Well, I mean, hey, it's a high class
You
place
enjoyed
and it's
it
got its
anyway.
own van.
What did you have, Ian? He's gonna say ravioli or a hot dog. So, or you would fancy like just brew. I had quiche. Like, okay.
And did you
I
make
like
the
how you
quiche
think quiche
this
is posh.
No, it's not.
Oh,
just
the
word
American
is.
standards. Oh,
No, did you make
it's
it?
he's
not
used more than
posh.
one egg. Whew.
Oh,
Did you
look
make
at
it
Wiley
yourself?
had hot dogs. There you go. I don't think it's fancy. I think the word quiche is fancy.
No, serious question here.
It's just
Hot
foreign.
dog ravioli pie.
Yeah,
We
that's
had
the
this-
one.
Disparu,
Yeah,
did
this-
you make it yourself?
Do I look like the kind of person that makes quiche?
I don't know. I'm asking. What if you're like a professional baker on the side and nobody knows? Like he's got his own secret
That's true,
channel.
actually. Yeah, it's like YouTube's just the side business. Actually, I own a bakery.
Yeah,
The one
he gets
Mozza
up
goes to.
before I am.
I was the one that banned him because he didn't have any shoes.
And
Every time
was
he comes in, I'm
rowdy.
like, "You want a cheeky pie?" It's like, "You know I do."
Jeff Spitzer for 5. Isn't mushy peas and porridge both English inventions? Both
No,
slap.
I
Also,
think-
don't forget jellied eels.
Yeah.
Jelly
Thank you for
Deals
the
is
5.
definitely more of a holiday place. So more of your beachside place. Never had them myself. Mushy peas. A lot of people like mushy peas, but I still think of them as a Welsh thing because my grandparents used to have them and they were in Wales. And I've never really met anyone else that likes mushy peas. I hate the texture.
No, I don't like mushy peas either.
Well, over here as well, the mushy peas tend to be like a different sort of pea as well, with an entirely different flavor. And then, no. not for me. Mushy
Yeah.
peas to me are like someone else has eaten them first.
Is Disparu Welsh?
Did you say it like that?
Welsh?
Do I sound well? To be fair, Mola doesn't sound Welsh either. So, it would have been possible, but no. I'm English. God's country.
I'm English.
Yeah.
Can you read this one?
This is why Ian hates me.
Can you read this one, Disparu?
I've had British food. It's totally poop. Well, this is what I mean.
You should read
Foreigners
the
can't.
name. Thank you for the
Oh, oops! I crapped my pants for $1.99. At least you know what pants are, unlike most Americans. The thing is, no, I do understand that a lot of Americans coming over here will eat our food and think it has no flavor. But it's because your food is full of so much crap added to it to give it flavor because the ingredients are horrible that you can't taste the ingredients. So you like unironically do need to like detox onto normal kinds of flavors, and then you appreciate the flavor of the food rather than what's added to the food, which is why Americans have so much extra ingredients.
I really want cereal and milk.
You see Disparu immediately. I want some milk.
I just really
Yeah.
love cereal. So.
Yeah, I do too. Darth Racer
I mean, at least you don't
777
eat
for
the cereal
5.
and then drink the milk separately.
Oh,
even though I
that's
think
weird.
weird.
But you know, I do enjoy some dry cereal.
No,
Yeah,
I'm
depends on the
fine with dry
cereal.
cereal. There is there used to
Jeremy
be.
and
I don't-
Ryan
do you-
do that.
Do you have Lion bars over there?
What's
Chocolate. I think Nestle used to make them Lion bars. It's a chocolate. It's my favorite chocolate bar. And there used to be Lion Bar cereal, which if you didn't put milk on it and you just ate it dry, just tasted like Lion Bar chocolate. It was gorgeous. I mean, full
Anyway.
of sugar and crap and all kinds of stuff. Cereal isn't good for you anyway, but it did taste just like the chocolate.
I like my cereal like with milk, dry, with yogurt, trail mix. I'm happy.
Leon,
Don't put
Leon
yogurt
the
on
professional
it.
loves milk.
We're not
Disparu must be an
animals.
assassin. Yeah.
It's true.
Mhm.
That's
I
why
saw
he's
that
hiring the
movie.
squirrel assassins.
Well, this is why I
this
have
is what he's talking
protection.
about, by the way. His squirrel. This is it right here.
Where's
Lion
the Kit
bars.
Kat in the Googles? I've never seen that before.
Well, it's not a Kit
This is
Kat.
it?
Also, and I don't know why, Kit Kat Chunkies taste better than Kit Kats. And I don't know why. It's supposedly just 4 normal Kit Kats put together in one go, but it does taste different. I can't explain
Ah.
Maybe there's something different in the recipe, in the ingredients
mean,
or whatever. Must be.
it. Maybe. But American chocolate, it's better than
Yeah,
American
same.
chocolate.
Mm.
Mm.
I really like cereal, guys.
I like cereal.
Like it's becoming a problem.
I really need a bowl
You've
right
always
now.
got a
Just
box,
stream
just
over,
like
yeah.
constantly.
Magnum Norris for 50. Thank you. The fellowship is getting hammered in Dallas right now. I wish I was there. My parents just had their 43rd anniversary. I feel old as shit. Well, happy anniversary to your parents. And I hope everyone in Dallas is having a good time. We're missing our.
Yeah,
our
what would
extra
it be in
girl.
Dallas? Is that like 6 hours behind? 8?
It would
Is it
be
same
like
time as us?
8:49. No,
Oh,
Dallas
okay.
is 1 hour behind.
Oh, okay, it's 10 for
they're
me.
probably-
Almost 10 for me. Okay.
Yeah, so it's almost
Yeah,
9
but
p.m. for them.
They probably all getting well and truly.
Yeah. Bebop 1988 for 5. I'll pay to watch Blabs eat a hot dog.
Good, thanks.
It's a new channel idea.
Good, thanks.
You're like Blabs X Blabs Mukbang X.
Wicked pimping Blabs again.
Sorry.
Wait, that's true. Yeah, you probably have to ask your boss. Can we do that? I think it's a good business opportunity.
1-800-DANKY. What's up, Danky? Member for 1 month. Thank you. I'll have 2 number 9s, a number 9 large, a number 6 with extra dip, a number 7, 2 number 45s with 1 cheese, and a large soda. I
have to
used
be honest,
love the
I can't.
memes.
I
No,
can't
you know what
handle
this is
people
from,
that give
right?
orders like that. I'm like, just
You-
say the name of the thing. Like
You know what this is from?
99.74. Then like they're in bingo.
Do you know what this is from?
No?
It was
No.
memed from San Andreas, the Grand Theft Auto. It was the big chunky guy that's like, and it got remixed and it was memed to like so much. He's like the fat guy's like extra dip. I'll have some extra dip with some extra dip. I used to think they were so funny. I don't know.
But
He's
people order like that
saying-
all the time. I'm like, no, say what you want. Say the name of the thing you want. Because half the
Big
time the
Smoke,
staff are
thank
looking
you,
around
yeah.
going, what's a 97? Oh, okay, it's that. It's like, no, just tell them the name.
Bingo is fun.
Lone
Well, that's the
Wolf
thing.
for
It's
5.
more like bingo. It's like I often expect to go 2 fat ladies at 88, and like halfway through.
Oh yeah, this is what everyone was talking about in the chat. Like I didn't know what was going on. I didn't see this yet. For 5, thank you, Lone Wolf. Hard to respect the food of a country that serves figgy pudding, blackbird pie, and mushy peas.
What on
Well,
earth
you
is
agree about the
blackbird
mushy.
pie?
What's blackbird pie? Big smoke.
Is it
It's
literally
only
just?
fancy.
There's no way it's just blackbirds. Why is a website called foodofengland.co.uk not even reachable?
Ah, poor Disparu.
Oh my god, they actually have the head of the bird sticking through the middle. This is awesome.
He's
What
like,
are
I
you
want
Blackbird
looking
pie
at?
or chicken or leek. Like, what?
Magnum Norse.
This
for
sounds like a really
10.
old recipe.
Oops, I just hit my desk. Thank you.
Cooking
Disparu
with
thinks
crow meat.
Americans just pour salt and everything. Never had a proper steak in his life. Oh, shots fired. That got his attention.
Well, no. The difference is that you should, like, if you have a steak, you should just put salt,
Salt.
on it, or
It's
pepper,
just salt and pepper.
or both. But that's it. If you have a steak and you put anything else but salt and pepper on it, you are wrong, and an abomination. Or, and this is the third option, you just have low quality meat. In which case, England doesn't have that problem. You do chlorine washed chicken. I don't know why you cover your chicken in chlorine. That is
I
weird.
don't do that.
No,
I don't think that you should even. That you
your
should even
country
wash
does.
Chicken. Oh, there's people that do, like, they wash their chicken. I think
look,
that's
unless
weird
you're
because
walking
you're
onto
just...
a farm and getting it yourself, you have chlorine washed chicken when you buy it from a store, because you can't export your chicken to us because you do that. That's why I know that.
Dave Chandler
You
for
also
5. Just for looking
weirdly
up
wash your
blackbird
eggs,
pie.
which is why you have to store them in the fridge.
Englishman discovering English food. And I
Well,
was like,
no,
wait.
it's like,
He's like, there's a bird in it. That's
how many
awesome.
blackbirds do you think
Eggs
there are? Like,
before.
we don't raise them in farms to eat them. It's like, you come up with some kind of Victorian recipe that you've heard about on Mary Poppins. This is desperately English.
Oh my
I've washed
goodness.
eggs before, but that was because they were straight from the fields, because it was free range chickens, and so I had
Yeah,
to
you
go
don't
put
need-
them
you
through a
don't-
machine to clean off all the eggs, and then I packed them away and shipped them off. I did the whole shebang.
Yeah,
Whole
we don't
process.
wash eggs.
So
Th-
what?
that's
You
like-
literally
that-
go to the grocery store and there's like
Well,
poop on eggs.
The reason why Americans have to put eggs in the fridge is because you wash them, which washes off the coating of the egg. And
Mhm.
so that means that the protective layer that keeps the egg fresh is gone. So you have to
Yeah,
refrigerate
but that's what
them.
I'm saying. Like, so
Across
like, you'll
all
find,
of
like, poop and
Europe,
stuff.
we don't do that. And so we can just put eggs, we keep our eggs on the side. Then we don't refrigerate them because they've got the protective layer on. You wash that layer off. Same reason that we can't eat your chicken is because you cover it in chlorine to wash it. So we can't eat that because chlorine washing chicken is illegal over here. So you can't export it.
Anyway.
There's lots of the further you get into food, the more you
Oh,
realize
no,
that
yeah,
probably
yeah. US
all
is
of our food
awful
is
for all
horrible.
this stuff.
Like if you ever want to gross yourself out, look what can actually be legally included in food. Things like wheat, things like how many heads of whatever animal could be in each piece of wheat.
Pinky.
It really was. Hey, it's better than
All right,
spotted dick.
Anyways, Blabs needs to get her cereal, and we gotta do what we gotta do. Disparu's gotta go drink some milk. Blabs? Thank you so much for coming on and being our third co-host for the night. What do you
Yes.
have going on this week besides side scrollers? You got any videos coming out or anything? Plug your stuff.
Yeah.
All her
Yeah,
links
so-
are in the description, by the way.
Yeah, I just posted a video last night. There's a new video game out. Well, it will be out, but they just announced it, and I do the whole spiel. We break it down and everything. I played this game like 5 times already because I was in the playtest betas and all that. It's not good, guys, but watch it anyway. Other than that, I have another YouTube channel. I never plug it. I'll plug it here. It's called Blabs Life. Every time I go live on Kick, I'm also live on that channel too. The end.
What?
It's in the
Why don't you go
description,
live
her
on your
links.
main one?
Because it's not like I don't do-
Gaming.
Yeah,
Yeah.
main channel's just Harry Potter stuff. Only Harry Potter.
Yeah, you should do what Drinker does and go live on the main one, and then just once it's not live,
Unlist
move
it.
the VOD. Oh, yeah, unlist it and move the VOD
No.
over. You'll get more viewers. It's the
I
way-
know,
Thank
but
you,
I like
Psychotic
keeping them
Mongoose.
separate.
Yeah, what? Yeah, all
Because
of her
I'm getting
links are in
people
the.
slowly like subbing for Harry Potter stuff, and I don't want to like.
You don't want the algorithm to mess up or anything.
Yeah,
Like,
this is
I get
solely
it.
Harry Potter.
yeah.
Disney World.
When you're like, you know what those people are like. They're like me.
I'm the normal one, to be honest. Dude,
Oh.
it's so weird.
Do they ship people?
They ship, yeah, all of it. And especially
of
because
course
it's
they
Clyde.
Do any of them get shipped with the flying eagle thing?
No, but they
The-
ship, it's all.
The bow. That's the only
There's,
thing I know
like-
from the game.
There's like
the-
the gay people shipping a gay couple, which isn't even make any sense because they're two dudes, and so they have to be gay now.
They probably will be. Give it
no,
to the
because
remake.
no, it can't. It really can't happen. But yeah, it wouldn't
Oh, it
make.
can.
I mean, listen. I mean, they could do it, but
Look,
it would
it
make
happened to
zero
the
sense.
headmaster. It can happen to anybody.
It's not actually no. That's not true. So J.K. Rowling always planned for him to be gay. Actually.
Oh
There
yeah,
are-
I mean, she can literally say that on anyone.
No, there's proof since 2007, before the last book was even published. That
Yeah,
he was,
we could
gay.
always make that up. It's the way it works.
Well, listen, she planned it out all the way back then, and now it's a thing. So it's like, well, it's been announced since then. I can't argue with that.
Oh my god.
Ugh.
She's like, I just want my cereal. I don't want to see this girl butt anymore. Bebop, thank you for another 5. Hey, Disparu, how do I make a pigeon pot pie not taste like homeless stew? I need your culinary advice.
Stop putting homeless people in it, you cretin. Like, that's basically the way you do it.
What?
How do I stop it tasting like homeless people? Well, the clue is in the ingredients, folks.
What do you have going on, Disparu? Any videos this week?
There was a lot of stuff on the Acolyte episode 1 reviews. Well, there was the critics reviews, episode 1, 2, and the Fallout has come out. It's actually doing really well at the moment. Like
Nice.
90,000 views in 4 3/4 hours. So that's popped off.
Dang.
Tomorrow will be Doctor Who. Tomorrow or the next day will be Doctor Who, the last one. Again, period piece. Not my favorite. I don't really care what his companion's doing. But I think she should probably sort it out. So after that, I don't know. There was an interesting article from the Hollywood Reporter, which seems to do this every few months of Hollywood is dying. And they do a big long article summarizing all the way Hollywood is dying. I might cover that. That'll be funny. But yeah, at the moment, most things, the main things will be Acolyte and Doctor Who. Oh, and I need to do a MILF Manor summary for
There
fun.
you go.
Because that's going to be Degenerate Hell, which will be amazing.
All right.
All right. And I have, whoops. Hold on. I was trying to find what Psychotic Mongoose. I'll be doing quite a few streams this week, all my gaming streams, and I have a Wicked's World this week. And in a couple weeks, me and Xray have our road trip coming up. And thank you, Psychotic Mongoose, for posting the link. Thank you, everyone who's already donated. We appreciate it so much. We have a lot that we're going to be doing. We're just keeping it like quiet for safety reasons, but there's going to be live streams and vlogs. We're going to be doing a lot.
Can't trust
so,
Xray girl.
yeah.
You can't trust her driving, bro.
Yeah, we have to keep it secret from her.
Good luck,
If she
everybody.
learns that roadmap, we're all over.
Exactly. Yay, road trip. Yep, it's coming up. All right.
So with the insurance bills.
Thank you. Blabs dropped the links. There you go. And if anyone's like watching this back, I have everyone's links in the description. So, but yeah, next week Xray will be back. So, you know, the gang will be reunited. She's still on the road,
She
but
was always
she just
here. It was like Xray girl is
Oh, yeah.
basically just Blab squinting.
yeah.
There you go.
There she is.
We
Welcome
all
back.
recognize her now.
Oh, hi,
There she is. She sounded just
Mark's
like
like,
her.
I am very
No.
confused right now.
No. All right, guys, you're awesome. Chat, thank you so much for hanging out. And thank you again, Blabs, for coming and hanging out with us. It's always a good time. We got
Yeah.
Blabsy here. So
Blabsy.
Blabsy,
Yeah.
yeah. Blabsy and Dispy.
Well, I mean, it's that or Blab's delicious. I mean, it's like
What?
there's
He's so
very few
Blab's
ending of
delicious.
things.
We're gonna let Blabs go get her cereal.
We'll get
But
my
yeah,
cereal
guys,
on.
You're awesome. You'll see. Get her cereal on, bro. All right, we will see you guys next week. Bye.
That's it.
Bye.